start beer going.
That's gonna be the opening. That's him be like, I gotta get the beer going.
I gotta get that start beer.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host,
Cortni.
And we have a very special guest today. If you've had meat, then you've probably seen his stuff on social media because the guy is just trying to put his meat in your mouth every single day. We have the man, Joe Casteel.
This is facts. About to say there's nothing better than Joe's juice hitting the back of your throat.
I love how, like, if you make food, especially meat in general, like, you have so many puns. It's like you can throw so much out there.
No, I'm probably the punniest guy you've ever met in your life.
You're just throwing them all out there, especially with the meat. I'm putting my meat in your mouth. The Joe's juice. You got all of them.
Hey, not to mention, like, I put my meat in your wife's mouth. Or,
it gets even worse.
I get so dirty.
We'll just stop it, wife.
I get so dirty. I have my morals.
I have my morals. Yeah. I'm excited to have you on. We've been talking about getting you on for a while, but I wanted to make sure we had it at the right time. I actually had a sweet little baby mullet for a minute, and then I cut it off right before I finally got to get you to come on.
Oh, I'm very sorry you make poor life decisions.
I know, right? Well, we had to do like family photos, and nobody, everybody in their family is like, her brother is like punk rock as fuck, which is cool, but like he's the coolest one. So I was like, I can't try to outshine him. Not today.
No. Oh, but if you have the mullet, you're not trying. It's just a natural gift.
It's just a natural gift.
Yeah.
I've had a mullet a couple times. I had the Billy Ray Cyrus for a while. It was like very like boom, 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 boom.
Okay. So like my thing is like you don't have a mullet a couple times because the mullet is a lifestyle. Like you have like your life is the mullet or you just live basic. Like there's no in between.
It's true. I like to go in and out of styles, though. I'm kind of like with her colors. Like, she changes her hair color. We're trying to finish this movie so she can find me.
Yeah, I really need this movie to be finished so I can fix my hair.
What's wrong with your hair?
Well, it was green. And now the green is gone, and now it's like kind of like...
Looks like chlorine, like...
Yeah, it looks like I've been swimming for a while.
Whenever I think of someone that has green hair, I always remember that Colt 45 like thing from Afro Man.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I think of, and then like what you whip out.
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah. It all pops up.
Yeah.
Go 45 and 2 zigzags.
I can't get a mullet.
Why not?
Kim would be so mad if she had to cut my hair into a mullet.
I know. She's
really good with
like she didn't like it.
She likes some symmetry when she does hair. So like the mullet thing, she hates doing it.
I know one of the things with her with the mullet. Didn't your daughter have one for a minute? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so. Is she still rocking
had a
it?
mullet mohawk.
Yeah, he did too. Like you kind of went in and out of it too.
I have to do it to them because I can't do it for myself.
Vicariously to your kids.
Yeah.
We can't all sport the mullet and the cool handlebar. You got the whole thing going.
Not everyone can handle the amount of power. Like, I mean, you can compare me to Thanos.
Yeah, it's like an infinity gauntlet.
Exactly.
I can't. I would just never compare.
He's got the Jeep. He's got the stash. He's got the hair. What are the other jewels? We got the beer. We got the meats.
Oh, I got the dashing personality.
And the personality.
Yeah. Dashing personality, absolutely. And I am wonderful at Fortnite. Like, I'm not going to win you games, but if you need about double-digit kills, I'm your man.
Yeah.
Can't build worth of nothing.
Yeah. But right towards the end, that's what it's all about. It's like 100%. Building as high as possible. My kid's in there. I'm like schizophrenic the whole time. I'm like, over here. I'm like OCD, whatever it is, where you're like looking everywhere. I'm like, I'm just like.
No, I do that.
There's too much going on.
No.
Tourette's.
But I love it because there's so much.
You have all of those things?
I have all of them at the same time watching them play.
But like that's the best part is like the fact that you're focusing on like 3,221 things at the same time.
Yeah.
But like my brain can process that.
Yeah.
Like it's
like shopping at Goodwill.
That's your comparison.
Yeah. That's a terrible comparison. They're closing. Why would you bring that up?
Are they closing?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. No, I don't know when they're closing. I don't follow that stuff. I just seen an article on Facebook and it's on the internet, so it's true.
Obviously.
We do got to talk about this right here, though. You bring some treats for us to try.
Oh yeah, we're all taking shots.
Yeah, we're taking shots today.
We're taking shots. Lovely called. I wrapped that up pretty tightly.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I wrap in my life.
I was gonna make a joke like that. It was like you always wrap it up, but then you had to say you don't wrap it up as soon as you do. Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Goodness
see if
gracious!
I can get a good angle over here. This. Ooh, look at that. Oh. And these are pork shots?
No, these are actually called pig shots.
Pig shots. That's
Pig shots.
Pork.
It's the same thing. It's pork is pig.
I
Pig
love
is
that
pork.
when you ask me, I love that you asked me if I eat pork.
Yeah.
I will eat literally everything.
That's true. I just know with your diet now, you kind of have a little bit of restrictions, right? You don't really follow them.
Maybe.
You're like, I'm okay with having GI issues.
She walked in here with an Arby's cup.
That's true. You're absolutely right. I guess you can't really get that.
I already had the meats.
I had an article about that I was going to bring for you guys, but I don't know if I can find it. Oh, this was the one. I was like, this one made me laugh so hard. Wild new hypothesis suggests IBS could be a form of gravity intolerance.
What?
So apparently, I guess people are having it's gravity.
Yeah.
It's gravity's fault.
Yeah. Obviously.
Definitely not like the fact that everybody eats nothing but carbohydrates and refined sugars all day.
Tell them to go to the moon.
Yeah, just
gravity's not an issue
If
there.
I go to the moon, will I not have IBS?
We'll find out.
What if you like
experiment?
What if the problem is the gravity intolerance it builds up?
I'm joining the Space Force just so I don't shit my pants.
I can already see a reality TV series. Courtney and Elon Musk.
I've heard of the ISS, but not the IBS. Is that like a different version of the space station, or like?
That's my special station.
I'm just imagining you like shit yourself up into the air and then you just float off into space.
If you shit in the. If you shit in no gravity, does it like...
It floats.
It floats?
Yeah. You just better not,
so
just don't take Taco Bell up there.
The toilet, they're like vacuums, like, right?
Yeah, they have to like suck it down. Yeah.
Like a vacuum on your asshole?
Yeah. I think we should have those on regular planet Earth down here. You know what I mean?
Like what's the name of that like fancy toilet?
The bidet?
Yeah.
Well, that's just to like wipe your ass. Isn't that just to like wash your ass?
Yeah, but it's super fancy. But it's kind of like a bidet, except it goes down instead of up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. The bidet's like
I was
wash
just
your ass.
imagining like you know those face masks that you put on your face for like the doctors to give you the anesthesia, but it's on your ass and it's like a vacuum.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Well, I know they like use the bathroom in their spacesuits.
Yeah.
So like, is there constantly like a vacuum running in their ass?
In the vacuum of space, there's a vacuum in your ass.
Can you just imagine walking around the moon with a Hoover?
It's like
hold on, guys, I got a vacuum ass.
Hold on, guys. Not again. Now, the worst part is like it's like being in space is like being in a public pool. Like everybody's pissing themselves.
I saw a video. It was the gecko video on TikTok where a girl called in and said that her and her friend were in the lazy river floating, and her friend was like, man, I gotta shit right now. So she shit in the lazy river and told her friend, you have to do it too, so I don't do it alone. So they both shit in the lazy river and then scooped it up and threw it in a bush.
What the fuck kind of TikTok do you have?
What kind of following trend are you involved in? Like, that's some disturbing stuff.
I get a lot of shit TikToks.
I guess, yeah, literally.
Like if people were doing it out in the Wildcat, like they wouldn't even notice.
He's like a guy that he's a guy that does a podcast and people call in and tell him like their secrets, like stuff that they would never tell anybody.
But they should have kept it that way.
But the real question is, why did you call in and tell them that? So why
we don't talk about it.
But clearly you did.
Oh shit! I just
Clearly.
We don't talk about brown. I know. No, that's a Bruno.
We don't talk about.
I've never even seen that. I know that you've seen it.
What?
The Bruno show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of poo, I don't know if you guys.
Bruno for Halloween.
Apparently, there's a new book coming out called the Kama-Putra, 52 mind-blowing ways to poop.
This is my entire podcast is about me, isn't it?
Apparently, it's a white elephant poop gag gift, but to me, I feel like this is like a must-have on every toilet in America.
Do you have a squatty potty?
Not just a good that's just a good child reading book. Like, could you just imagine just like your kids just like super tired and then you just throw them shit in their face?
Yeah, like here, do this and figure it out. Figure it out, kid. This is, to me, it shows you multiple ways to poop, right? Like, different. Is it different?
It's the best ways to poop.
It's a good brain exercise.
Squatty potty is probably the best, right?
Do you have a squatty potty?
I don't have one. Do you have one?
Yeah, of course I do.
You have is that to like lift your legs up, right?
Yeah, but I'm also like 4'11", so I can't really reach the floor when I'm on the toilet anyway.
I honestly thought you were 5 foot. I'm not gonna lie.
You're close.
Close.
I was
She's
giving you way
4'11".
too much credit.
She just wants to be 4'10" so she can be officially a dwarf.
Yeah.
But hey, at least the plus size is the fact that she can still ride the adult rides.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Barely.
Yeah.
But at 4'10", though, she gets to exist in a porn sphere that most of us cannot exist
I just
in.
need to lose that 1 inch.
Yeah, just need to lose 1 inch. She's gonna cut her heel
Give
off.
it about 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll shrink. I'm sure
Eventually
I
you
will.
will. You're gonna grow into. Well, you wouldn't grow into it. You'd grow
Shrink
down
into it.
Shrink
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Shrink.
Like my
Shrinkage.
grandparents both shrunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a fucking dwarf later.
You're gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be so
One
great.
day.
It's gonna be so great. I got so many short jokes lined up.
Yeah, you ready for it? Well, sure, her name's Cortni. They write themselves.
Yeah.
Shortney. Hi, I'm Shortney.
I love that everybody at work, they'll like discover that they can put like my for like 1 syllable words in front of "knee" and it sounds like my name.
Yeah.
So they're always like, "Shortney," like I'm gonna call you that. That's so good. I'm like, you're so original. I've never heard
Yeah,
that
I've
before.
never heard that one before. They gotta come up with different ones. Like I don't know, like a good one like jail knee. Inside joke. She really thinks that's funny. Jail knee. I can't.
I'm just dying on the inside of laughter. If it makes you feel better. Like my insides are just like crumbling right now from laughing so hard.
Man, I'm
It's a good
honestly,
joke.
I'm honestly
It's
so.
hilarious.
I just recently got into a guy on TikTok for the first time because you and I we did a whole video. I don't know if anybody's seen this, but we did a whole video about how I don't watch TikToks anymore, or I don't really enjoy TikToks. And then I actually found a guy.
Is it the misogyny guy?
No, he's like I'm not gonna bring him up on here. We actually did his video before I knew what he was, but he's a satirist. He makes fun of like alpha male types. Like he does like goof jokes on them about like putting the toilet paper on the proper way. But then I saw this and I wanted to get your opinion on this. This is happening all over, including I have the South Carolina governor one, but actually Indiana just sued TikTok. I don't know if you guys saw that. The Attorney General for Indiana just sued TikTok for some of the material on there, and apparently they announced they're gonna seek a ban, and certain states are gonna ban the TikTok app from governmental devices at first, and then they're hopefully gonna go
Like,
nationwide.
People in the government can't use TikTok?
Yeah, have you ever you remember like during like the pandemic and all that shit, like all these different government agencies are like using TikTok as like a form of like campaigning for COVID.
Yeah, and like
they're gonna get rid of that.
Wasn't there that girl that her mom was one of the in the government and she was like
Kamala Harris, wasn't it? Kamala
I
Harris
don't know who it was. I can't remember.
niece or
It's
something.
been a while.
Yeah.
So like, why are they trying to ban it? Like,
Because it's like a one.
like I've heard like theories about the fact that it's leaking out your information
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
It's basically a spy app for the Chinese government.
Yeah, like that's what I've heard. But like at the same time, like
There's been no like actual proof, but the terms of service
not
kind of
just no proof, but like literally everything we have in our household is made from China.
Yeah.
Like-
but those things we don't. I guess apparently in the TikTok bylaws, it like in their like terms of service, it says that not only do they have access to your phone's camera, they're legally allowed to have access to every camera in your house, even if it's not attached to your phone. That was like the weirdest one I heard.
Yeah, but like
maybe I'm wrong. Tell me.
But
if
like
I am,
that's
but-
fine. Like if they want to have nightmares, like that's cool. Like you can view in my house and stuff. You hear me yell at 13-year-olds on Fortnite, Warzone. Like I don't care. Like
They're gonna see some weird shit.
100%.
There's a lot of buttholes.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's how they're destroying America.
Buttholes.
Like that should just like incorporate like the fact that people should troll this. Like
Yeah.
put cameras in like weird spots, like do weird things.
In the toilet.
100%. Like you
In the butt vacuum.
Like yeah, exactly. Like if they want to see some shitty content, I feel like I got you. Like,
They have rules in China. Like their version of TikTok is called something else, and apparently with their version of TikTok, the kids are only allowed to use her for like 3 hours a day, and there's
Wasn't
only
it banned
educational
somewhere for a
video.
minute?
It was. They were talking about deleting it out of the App Store in America. They were going to remove it. It kept
They
coming
did
out.
for a minute, remember?
I don't remember. I never used it.
Because when it first came out, they were going to ban it in America.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I mean, it really does make sense because if it is a problem, I mean, this is one issue I have with TikTok right there. Lizzo is TikTok's top music artist for 2020.
That's because she's very active on it, and it's actually her doing it.
Yeah,
still never heard a single song from Lizzo.
yeah.
And
I've heard snippets.
I plan on keeping it that way.
You've never heard his Lizzo song?
That one, the first
feel like
one.
You have,
the
like
first
the
one.
most ones that you've heard are like you've been forced to listen to.
Yeah, I don't listen to okay. Like let me. I did have one
I
Lizzo
have
song.
two 13 and 14-year-old girls, like so.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a 4-year-old dog and a 1-year-old dog, and they ain't walking around the house listening to Lizzo.
They should be.
Like, God, no.
They like
They're
listening
standards
to
in my house.
Lizzo.
We listen to like Jack Harlow, Hobson,
Hobson.
and occasionally Beyonce.
Okay.
What's her favorite song? Who Let the Dogs Out by the
Baja Boys?
Men?
Or Baja Men.
Yeah.
Or whoever. God,
Baja
that's
Men.
such an old song.
They're the Baja Men. They should be the Baja Boys, and the Boys to Men should just be the men.
I agree.
They're old enough
I
now that
agree.
they're just the men. What are you doing?
I'm making him a castle.
You're gonna make a castle?
You're gonna build me a castle?
People are gonna see you're like talking not in the mic, talking about a
I'm
castle.
not saying anything.
She's building me a Busch Latte
A
castle.
Busch Latte castle.
This may be the greatest moment of my life.
Oh my God, it's Busch Lattes. That's what you call them, Busch Lattes.
Well, yeah, the Busch Lattes. Like I said, you gotta be classy with a little bit of trashy.
Okay, now I'm getting it because they're lights. The lattes.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like when you know, like just
You didn't get that? That's why.
See, at first I thought he was gonna like mix. It's not out of the realm of possibility of people to mix like a beer and a coffee together.
It's a Busch Light.
People
He
would
said
do
Busch
that.
Latte.
Yeah, now it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even look at it.
He's finally up to speed.
Yeah,
Listen,
he's got it, guys.
I didn't sleep last night. I had a migraine. Oh my God!
I also
don't
didn't sleep
well.
last night.
I didn't sleep. But here's another terrible.
I slept
TikTok
perfectly
thing.
fine last night.
Did you have a great night of sleep?
Yeah, like it was great.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, me.
So
and
this is another reason why TikTok should be banned is that there's a person on TikTok who makes hotel foods everywhere they go, and this person's in the bathroom. You can see a
Oh,
toilet, and they're
gross.
just making pizza on the.
Have you seen?
yeah,
Have you heard about the people that like clean their underwear in the coffee pot?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know. I've actually heard that, but it actually makes sense.
That
Yeah.
makes a little more. At least
It's you steam the underwear, so
Yeah.
there's actually no
Steamed
wrinkles.
panties.
Yeah, there's no wrinkles.
I always want my panties to be
it's
steamed.
borderline genius.
Yeah.
But like this, like why is he making a cocaine pizza?
yeah. It
Like
does
I
look
have questions.
awful.
Like
No, that's honey mustard.
Yeah, he said that when I looked into it, apparently he uses very strong aromaed foods because he says it gets rid of that bathroom smell.
He's.
what happened in that bathroom beforehand?
Exactly what I'm saying.
I mean,
like
look at-
everything.
Like they make poopery for a reason.
That guy's just out here destroying bathrooms left and right, and then he's like, "I'm gonna make some food real quick in here."
The shit people do in hotels is gross.
Literally shit people
Hey,
do.
Realistically, we've all done the same
Oh, I
thing.
know. I'm
We've
just
all
going by off what I've
we
done in a
have
hotel.
all been and made poor decisions in a hotel.
I'm just
I've
going
done
off what I've done in a
Hotel
hotel.
bathroom, like whatever it is.
Yeah, I always try to find the one with the big tub. You know,
Me too.
like, can I get a big tub, please? I want the one with the.
I
want
get the one with
handicap.
the jacuzzi because I just want to swim in it.
There's a guy in a wheelchair, literally pissed off because I took the handicap. I'm like,
No,
it's
mine's not
mine.
the handicap. I just get the jacuzzi room because you
use
get
jacuzzi.
to have a giant bathtub in the.
As soon as you turn on
and
those
watch
jets,
TV.
you're just getting slapped in the face with jizz.
I don't turn
and
the
Oh,
jets
that's
on.
great.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing better than getting a facial jet from a hotel hot tub.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like if
Every
you,
time I go to a bathroom, I bring the wipes,
Yeah.
the Clorox wipes with me.
Yeah, you have
you
to.
just don't accept the fact that it's dirty.
No,
You got to.
I gotta pretend like I've cleaned it.
In your head. It
Yeah,
makes you
in my
feel
head,
better.
I've cleaned this. It's fine.
We're fine.
Like what's the worst case scenario?
What's the worst
Just
that can
herpes.
happen? Just
That's fine.
herpes.
Hepatitis.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Sign me
Add
up.
it to the collection.
Sign me up. Like goodness gracious, it's kind of like a passport. Like you're just getting stamps.
Yeah, you're just
Like, you got
getting all
HIV.
set up.
Thanos, the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all you do is just like put like I got this from Motel 6. I got this from the Great Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's simple.
Instead of a COVID passport, it's just an infectious disease passport.
That's great. You can just call yourself Magic Johnson.
Except for you can't even tell it's no longer traceable in the system. It's all gone at this point. You know what I mean? Let's talk about some of these meats, though, man. You sent me some beautiful pictures. I do want to. This look. I mean,
Goodness
this looks a
gracious.
little bit like a turkey. What is it?
This is so.
Did you smoke it?
I did.
Oh.
Goodness gracious.
Looks good.
So this is actually the very first time I actually ever smoked a turkey. Ever made a turkey. Not just smoked, just ever made a turkey. I got voluntold that I was in charge of the turkey for Friendsgiving.
That looks good, though. I mean, when you make meats like you do, you that's kind of like it's like you got to do this.
Oh yeah. Like once I got like big into smoking meats, I took a break last weekend. I didn't smoke any food last weekend.
Yeah.
But I smoke meat about every week, and my friends told me, like, hey, you're in charge of the turkey. It's the main thing for Thanksgiving.
Of course. Yeah.
So I spend And like the amount of actual research that goes into what I make is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It probably took me 2 weeks.
2 whole weeks
of research
to get that the way you wanted it.
Yes.
It looks good though.
Because like, so this was actually smoked on a pellet grill.
Pellet grill. What
That's what I have.
Whatever anybody says about a pellet grill, as we'll get to future pictures, saying that you don't get the bark or something like that. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
I should have been aborted. I don't care. But this was smoked on a Pit Boss Vertical 4 Pro Series.
Yeah.
And like, as you can tell, like I made it to where I didn't have that big bark, but it still took. I started this. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Terrible idea. Don't do that. Don't recommend. I got up at 6.
Yeah.
I got this thing on the grill at 6:30. It was rough. So the cure for that is drink a beer.
Yeah.
Get you ready. I actually injected this with garlic, just butter and Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh shit!
Like this was my injection on this. And this turkey was gone in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, you guys were just went through ransacked it.
I actually I should have sent you a picture of actually the platter of it cut and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because this was for the first time and probably not the last time, but I don't plan on doing it again for about another year.
Yeah.
One of the juiciest meats I've ever made.
Yeah.
The one thing I will tell for future smokers and stuff like that when cooking a bird, use duck fat.
Duck fat? Yeah.
Duck fat. Cook it low and slow for about an hour or two.
Is it ghee? Is that what that is? Ghee?
No, I don't use ghee.
No, okay. I thought duck fat didn't
No, I only use ghee if I'm cooking in a skillet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, ghee is so ghee, as I can see by your confusion, it is butter that doesn't burn.
Oh, okay. Does it duck butter?
No.
What the fuck is ghee then? What am I thinking? Duck fat and ghee have the same thing?
I just got a cooking spray. I'm basic.
He said I'm basic, but I injected this with 50. He's like, I injected this.
I just get duck fat and a cooking spray. Like, all that ghee. Like, no. Like, I like using ghee. I keep ghee at my house.
Yeah.
So I do use ghee, but I only use ghee when I'm cooking in my cast iron.
Yeah.
But this,
looks good.
Cook it low and slow for about an hour and two.
Yeah.
I always cook on the smoke setting, and my vertical can go to about 130.
Yeah.
Do that for an hour or two, and then crank it up to about 350. Because when you're smoking a bird, you can't slow cook it, because if you do, you're going to get a rubbery skin.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, one of the biggest problems with turkey in general, or people always have, is like it's dry.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're talking about it was juicy as shit is like...
it was ridiculous. Like,
yeah. The injections probably helped a lot, right?
Oh, so the injections, the only thing that really did was change the flavor on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it, I feel like, probably moister than what it could have been. I was a little disappointed in the dark meat because they were about 5 degrees higher than I wanted.
Yeah.
Because you live by the standard basis, like the turkey breast, you want about 165, the dark meat, 180, 185. And unfortunately for me, I got the breast to 165, and the dark meat was like 192 when I pulled it.
Yeah. So it got a little hotter.
Yeah, it was a little too done for liking, but it still had juice.
Yeah.
Because I inject.
Juice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Every time somebody says juice now, it's all going to go in my head. It has the juice.
Like I injected the legs, the thighs, the breast. I mean, you gotta you gotta make sure the titties are nice and just.
Yeah, that's where the titty meat is like. That's what I want. And when I'm eating turkey, I'm like, give me some of that tit meat.
That's 100%. I just like whenever I make like a whole chicken or like I said, first time making a turkey, I just want to put the titties in my mouth.
Yeah,
like that's all I want to do. Like I want to like
juicy titties and
caress the titties, like just do all that with the titties. But you can't do that if it's dry. You can't do it if it's dry.
Let's go to this one right here. What we got here?
So this was actually I talked to Heath Ryle on Instagram.
Yeah.
And this was actually a rib review.
Oh shit.
So on the left, I did 4 different seasonings here. On the left, you got cherry. The second, you have pecan. Third, you have peach, and the fourth, you have apple.
Oh shit!
So the question is, when a normal person, when you hear all those seasonings, your mind instantly goes like apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always instantly apple because apple is phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, apple was the least favorite.
What was the favorite?
Oh, peach.
Peach?
Heath
So I don't
Riles.
like peach.
So
No, I love peach.
That sucks for you.
It does.
Because I use that peach seasoning in this. But
I bet you're still gonna
Oh,
like
it'll
it.
be fine.
I'm
not picky at all.
I had it was 4 random draw reviews between me, my girlfriend, my niece, and my sister.
Yeah.
So me and my girlfriend, we both tried all 4. We made our review. Same.
Hell yeah.
My sister and niece came over an hour later, did the same thing.
So, okay, we got cherry,
Pineapple.
peach.
No, cherry.
Okay,
You got cherry. You have, that one is pecan.
Pecan.
Oh, I think it's a
Pecan.
pineapple.
Cherry,
Sorry.
pecan.
No, I don't know. You
I
don't.
thought they were all fruits.
No, I had to throw none in there.
Oh, okay.
Goodness gracious. I'm trying.
If he's gonna put his meat in your mouth, there's got to be some nut involved.
Exactly.
My bad, guys.
You act like I can't have a
Cherry,
nut in somebody's mouth.
pecan, peach, and
You
then
obviously
you got
have.
the
100%.
apple.
Your
apple.
aunt.
Yes.
Well, but
was your
apple's
sister?
also apple's like a baseline. People like apple because it's like that's the basic. It's like the
It's
basic.
the regular
But
seasoning.
Apple's like I will say that all of them were good.
Yeah,
They were all
Yeah.
great. They were all phenomenal. But like just the flavor,
there can only be
the
one.
peach is just
There can only
goodness
be
gracious.
one. At the end of the day, there can only be one.
Yeah. Like the peach was just ungodly. Like it was stupid.
See, I love peach, especially like a peach tea or you
Yes.
you throw Georgia peach in anything, I'll eat it. And every once in a while, it'll be funny because I'll get a hankering. I'll be like, I want just like a regular ass peach. I'm going to the store. I'm getting one.
See, I like peaches.
You like
Like
peaches?
I'll eat the peaches and like the chunks and stuff. I just don't like peach flavoring.
Well, the good thing is he probably uses actual it's a peach extract. It's probably not like some fake peach, right? It's like some
Yeah,
real
so
shit.
and the seasoning is actually a peach extract.
Yeah,
like it's
so-
like lemon zest and all that. It's kind of the same concept.
Yeah, so it's probably got a better flavor than most things. We'll be moving on here. Let's see what the ooh.
Oh, so this is the one I was talking about. If you do not think you can get bark on a pellet grill,
Oh God.
this was made on a vertical 4 pit boss.
Oh jeez. What is this a brisket?
Nah, so these are 2 pork butts. I have a
Pork
control
butts.
and an experiment.
Ooh.
So the left one is my control, just standard. I used Matt Pittman Meat Church Holy Voodoo.
For us, that means the top one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the way the orientation of this is
Man,
in the bottom
that's
one.
terrible. I hate iPhones.
I know.
Should have edited that
I should have
photo.
knocked it down.
And then the bottom one, I guess, as you guys are seeing, was my
do it.
control with an injection.
Yeah.
And the injection consisted of wash your sister sauce, apple juice,
Worcester sister sauce?
whatever, however you pronounce that.
Wash your sister sauce. That's the kind of sauce I like,
Like then you got Louisiana hot sauce, and then of course I added the classic Busch Latte in there.
Yeah. You got to add the beer in there. It's essential.
And you always got to score your fat. If you don't score your fat when you're making pork butt, you're just doing life wrong.
Yeah.
Fix yourself.
You said did you inject? with
Yeah,
this one?
I injected the right one.
Yeah. And you can see the difference. It's so much thicker on the right.
Yeah, and the left one, like I said, was still good.
For me, I like a thick ass,
Hey, the thickest ass, the better.
Yeah, the thicker, the
But
better.
at the same time, you still got to appreciate the small ones.
Yeah, you have to like
Because
the apple
some-
bottoms
Thank you.
and
Yes.
the peaches. you know?
Because sometimes, it may look thick, but at the same time, realistically, as long as it jiggles, that's all that matters.
My ass don't
I've made
jiggle.
some small
It
pork
folds.
butts.
Yeah, small pork butts.
I made 3-pound pork butts. I made 10-pound pork butts. The jiggle is realistically what gets you.
All butts matter.
All butts matter.
Yeah, so we got the pork butts here. Let's see what we got next on the list. Let me move this so we don't have the same issue before. Ooh, is this a chili?
Yes. So this was my. I've grown into an obsession of making chili in a cast iron.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So this was I had before I got my half a beef. I was like, I got some hamburger I have to use.
Yeah,
So I was like, it's getting a little colder outside. Let's make chili.
let's do it.
So I made 6 pounds of chili.
Jeez,
Jesus Christ.
this is 6 pounds.
Nah, Jesus Christ, it's out of all my cookings.
He's like, I'm not. There's too much going on here. Too much beer.
There's too much beer, way too much language he doesn't approve of.
I like that with that dark. Look at that dark coal, that charcoal down there. Look at that. You got so much. You got a nice little heat going.
Hey, lump coal is the way to go. I don't care what nobody says.
Lump coal. I mean, that's good because I know what I'm getting for Christmas, so I'm going to have to put it to use.
What are you getting for Christmas?
Lump
Lump coal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you miss the conversation?
Yeah.
Let's get back on track.
I'm going to
Sorry.
jail. I'm going to jail for the things I did this year. I love it, chili. What's the one thing that you're like, I do something that nobody else does? Is there?
In this chili? Nothing.
Nothing.
Next one is different.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Next one's different.
Let's see. Oh, that's the same.
So
There we go.
This is probably the best thing I make.
Oh shit.
So this is actually made out of day old pork butt.
Oh, so you took the pork butt from before and are like, I'm putting this in there?
So all I did on this one was probably the biggest thing I do different with my chili is I'll add a starter base of seasoning.
Yeah.
But I will continuously add seasoning because I always live by the motto. It's a terrible motto to live by. If you're trying to like run a barbecue industry and stuff, like don't live by my motto. I'm cooking this to my taste.
Yeah.
I don't care about you.
That's okay.
I don't care about you.
Yeah.
Like I'm cooking this to where I think the seasoning is right.
Yeah.
So this took me 5 hours to make.
Oh shit.
To be fair, my opinion of seasonings would be very poor.
Yeah, and to be fair, I don't care.
I would trust your judgment better than mine anyways.
So I always have 3 seasonings I put in this is what I call my pork butt chili.
Yeah.
Or as you can call it, pulled pork chili.
Oh, that's good too.
Cajun 2-step fire. I always use the hot Mexican chili seasoning.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going
Not
in.
regular, hot.
Okay.
I like to regret life.
Yeah.
So everything I put in this is hot.
Yeah, you're gonna shit. You're gonna shit fire later on.
100%. Like you're gonna
He's gonna need a vacuum.
This is a Friday night meal after work. You know, you got a couple days off. You're gonna eat it, and then you're gonna deal with the consequences for the next couple days.
Yeah, especially the fact that the longer this sits, the worse it gets. By time Sunday gets here, oh goodness gracious!
Yeah.
But also Voodoo by Meat Church.
Yeah,
those are the 3. I will constantly add those 3 seasonings throughout the entire 5 hours that this takes until it's up to my standard because I want it because you're getting a double smoke here.
Yeah,
you've already got the smoke of the pork butt.
Yeah,
that I made previously, and now you're getting the smoke on the beans.
Yeah,
and all that in there.
It's all just like soaking in and just creating this entire flavor palette of asshole destroyance.
Oh, it's so bad.
It definitely fucks up the gravity of your IBS.
Yeah, and like one of the best things to put this on, believe it or not, is a hot dog.
A hot dog.
Hot dog.
That makes sense though. I can see that. Like a good hot dog, put that on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You put this on a hot dog. I've actually put this on. I've made grilled cheese out of just about anything. Like I'll make grilled cheese out of Spam. I don't care. Like put this on a grilled cheese sandwich. Like it's all just. This goes with everything.
Yeah, you could. I mean, honestly, you could tell. I could see it on a. I could definitely see it mixed with a nice hot dog. But I'm gonna have heartburn afterwards for sure.
Oh yeah.
No, that's why I take Prilosec on a daily basis. Thank you, Larry the Cable Guy.
Well, okay, so I want to go back to this one though because I do want to know.
So this was my first attempt. So I was half popped when I made this.
Yeah.
Like I was, goodness gracious, I was a disaster. I had leftover brisket, so it took me 6 hours to cook a 2-pound brisket.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it took me 6 hours to make, and I smoked it at a good temperature. So I had my girlfriend because I made it for me, my girlfriend, and her kids.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even done by the time they left. So I was like, all right. So I took a couple pieces. I was like, oh, this is great. So she comes over the next day, and I'm just like, what can I do with this? So like, because I'm not a big fan of warmed up beef.
Yeah.
Like it just tastes weird. So I was like, how can I make this different? I'm like, brisket grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah. That's why I wondered because when we were talking about it before, you said this would go good with a grilled cheese, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure we just saw a version of a grilled cheese with something. And then you said this is brisket.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, and
looks sticky.
I will tell you, I almost don't even want to eat brisket by itself again.
No.
I want it in some kind of sandwich form.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think that makes sense, especially with if you get a good bread, you got cheese in there, butter, like you got a little. It's such a good compliment, you know. Just smother that bitch.
And if you don't use Texas toast, you're doing this wrong. If you make grilled cheese on a regular white bread, stop. It's terrible.
It's for children.
It's like making French toast out of regular bread.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, grow up.
What is it? We got. Ooh.
This is my baby. So the actual previous picture of the pulled pork chili.
Yeah.
This is the pulled pork.
Oh, so this is the pre.
This is the pulled pork prior. As you can see, scored the entire fat section to where you get those pretty little, squares.
Yeah.
As I call them.
Oh, we can get close on there.
Goodness gracious.
It looks a little bit like a volcano erupted, and now you're about to eat it.
Yep, volcano erupted of nothing but flavor, meat juices just squirting in your mouth.
That sounds like a plan.
I think this was actually 4 hours into the 9 to 10 hour smoke.
Oh, geez, you went even further.
Yeah. No, like this is the starter base.
Oh,
like
shit.
This is meeting the smoke cap.
Yeah. Man, I had a buddy I played softball with for a while. I don't know do you know Travis Marley? Yeah, he likes to smoke. He's the first person to put me on to doing all this stuff because I was like, I didn't even know. Like I'm like, grilling to me is like, let me just put some charcoal or I guess gas, and then I'm like, no, there are people that are literally like you who are like scientists. You're like, I'm a mad scientist. I'm going in here and I'm going to create something insane, and it's going to take hours and hours. At the end of it, it's going to taste better than any other meat you ever had.
Yeah, you might as well just call me the Bill Nye of all smoky meats.
I have a stupid expensive smoker that I don't know how to use.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was a grill. I was like, I don't know how to use this.
That's such a corny thing to hear. It's like the most corny thing I've ever heard. What we got here, though? Ooh.
So same, like my go-to is always a pork butt.
Yeah.
Always a pork butt. So probably every other weekend I normally smoke a pork butt just because I feel like it's my best thing because I can experiment a lot on a pork butt.
Yeah, you got time.
I can figure, injections, seasonings, because you can't go wrong with the pork butt.
Yeah.
Pork butt, you can make pork sandwiches, and the worst case scenario is you just wasted $20.
And then on top of it, at the end of the day, you can always throw in some chili.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
if the meat's, I don't put out bad meat.
Yeah.
But some of my meat, I'm just like, I could have done this differently.
Yeah.
And then I just throw it in chili.
Yeah. That's great because it's so it's multi-use. You can keep using it for different things, so you're not, I think. Oh, and then we have obviously today's food.
Yes, all the shots.
Oh,
all the shots.
Look at that.
As I stated to him earlier, just because I say my food looks like money. Sometimes my money-looking food is that money you put in a G-string on a stripper.
Yeah.
It's not the prettiest, but it's still getting the damn job done.
I like it. It looks good. Honestly, it really does.
They look like eyeballs.
They look like eyeballs. He said they look like eyeballs. All right, I'm calling the cops on you, too. Did you see this? This did pop up in the news. I wanted to get your opinion on this for sure as a guy who does meat. So I know Beyond Meat's not really meat, but what's your opinion? Have you tried it?
Yes.
Did you say I'm going to try it?
I have tried Beyond Meat meatballs.
Yeah.
Just because they're pre-made, and honestly, the least favorite thing to make is meatballs.
Yeah.
It's complicated, but I've had the Beyond Meat meatballs.
Yeah.
I've had Beyond Meat chili.
Okay.
Chili, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Most of the seasoning's not even come from the meat though.
Yeah.
Meat's just like a base.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah.
It's just there for attention. Hey, here I am.
Yeah.
But I will say that Beyond Meat it's not terrible.
It's not terrible?
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not. I will say that, would I buy it?
Yeah. No.
But if I went to somebody's house and let's say you made me some Beyond Meatballs, Beyond Burnt, I'd eat it.
Yeah. Have you had it?
Would I be really happy?
Yeah, because I know you got some
Jessica's
vegans
a
in your family.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
So whenever
vegetarian
they
or vegan? Are they
she's vegetarian.
Okay, my bad.
They're not vegan, but they whenever I have them over for anything, I always try to have vegetarian options.
Yeah.
Or when we went camping, we couldn't have any meat. It was the worst.
Yeah, and you had the bratwurst.
We had the brats, and we tried to do them on the fire, and they just kept breaking in half. It was the worst.
Oh, they'd hate me.
Yeah,
I don't my thing is if I cook for a vegetarian or a vegan, I just make them aside.
Yeah,
I'm not changing the main course.
Well, if I do burgers,
of the meal.
I'll get some a couple of like the plant-based burgers.
Yeah. Is there a reason why? Is it like an ethical thing for them? Is that why?
It's an ethical thing. Like they both used to be. They used to eat meat. Yeah,
the ethical part is so hard for me because I'm like to make like any vegetable, it's also like you kill so many living things, like so many bugs and shit. So at the end of the day, you're like,
I think it's the treatment of the animals before they're killed.
you can get good treated
ethically sourced meats.
Yeah, I know,
but like
I sold this too, which made me laugh. Was like one of these is dog food, and the other two are the fake meats. I'm like, that's my only concern with the fake meats is like. To me, I'd just rather if you just just don't eat meat at all. Like the fake meats just seem like there's just too much going inside of them. Like I can't tell what's what, and it's like when you look at these ingredients.
Which one is the dog food?
I don't even. One. Is it the first one? Mm-hmm. It makes more sense because it's got less.
No, it's the first one.
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing this.
Yeah.
And there was a whole topic on one of the meat groups I'm in about this.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that there's so much more stuff that goes involved in vegan meats or vegetarian meats, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And like I said, you have to make them taste good.
Yeah.
It's like people like, I've had tofu before.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to eat cardboard, I just get a box from Amazon. Like,
I just get a new shirt.
Yeah. And but like I said, there's some decent stuff out there.
Yeah.
But you got to mix it right. Like you have to know what you're doing to make it good.
You still have to learn how to cook. Exactly. At the end of the day, my biggest thing with the different like that with that specifically with the difference between that's funny because I didn't even get that you already knew because I don't know which one's dog food, but it makes more sense because I'm looking at it and I'm like that one actually looks more natural than the others because potato starch.
It doesn't have all the vitamin things in it.
That's because shockingly enough, dog food is pretty natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I buy my dogs the bougiest dog food I can buy just because my pit bull, she's like a drama queen.
Yeah.
She'll eat whatever I put on her plate, but she'll tell me if she doesn't like it. By leaving a mess in my...
You as a dog?
Yeah, well, she'll leave me a mess in my floor. Other times she'll let me know when she has to go outside, but if she doesn't like her food, she'll leave me a mess on the floor.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's so considerate.
She lets you know.
Yeah, she's so considerate.
Yeah, speaking of people who don't like meat, did you guys hear Brittany Griner got back to America?
Oh, I knew this was coming. Oh, man.
Brittany Griner, it's finally freed, but her peril is out of the black hole.
Hey, all I'm saying is this is the biggest trade in WNBA history.
Exactly. She killed it, man.
Like, all I'm saying is, anybody listening, tell me another trade you've heard about.
I know, right? Like, I don't even think that if you get a good player in the WNBA, you're just going to keep him forever because you really have no choice. Like, I can't get rid of this person.
No, this was... No, that's... No.
Now they just need to free everybody here.
If you want to free Brittany Griner, okay, in my opinion, like I said, I have a very strong input on this. If you want to free Brittany Griner, because one, she went overseas, broke the law, right? She went overseas, broke the law. She was only doing what? 10 years?
Yeah, only 10 years.
10 years.
A little weed vape.
Yeah, a little vape thing. Yeah. Make marijuana legal.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like let's legal.
If you want to make it that big of a deal, make it federally legal.
Yeah,
because you brought this person for breaking over.
Oh no!
You knocked the castle down.
Oh no!
You wanted to make the castle, and then you knocked it down.
Hold on. I gotta fix the castle.
Fix the castle. That. Damn it, dude.
If you want to bring Brittany Griner back over a call like that, like she broke the law overseas in Russia.
Yeah,
she broke the law.
Yeah.
To me, she should do her time.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring her back, if marijuana is not federally legal by next year, we got issues.
Yeah, I completely agree with you with the whole obviously her time was like ridiculously inflated because of the Ukraine war and everything that's going on over there. So I don't honestly as many jokes as I made about it and I talked about it, but because everybody was talking about Paul Whelan and about him being stuck over there and he's a former Marine, like he was dishonorably discharged. So to
the guy that nobody knew about until this.
Well, that's how it works with everything. people. I mean, that's the weirdest thing about it is like that actually tells you more about the problem with America than people are like, well, you didn't even know about him before. I'm like, yeah, that's the problem here. We didn't know there was another guy over there who's been stuck there already since 2018 because everybody would rather talk about a WNBA player who had a little bit of oil. No, I'm happy they got her back. I think the trade was a little wild because I'm like, this guy's called him Merchant of Death.
Wild.
Merchant
we should be sending an apology to Ukraine right now.
Like, hey, sorry, we sent the guy back to kill. We've been sending you all this money. No, I will never apologize to Ukraine. We've literally funded their entire war.
Yeah, but at the same time, we just did it.
Yeah.
Like, we just made this 10 times worse because you just send out one of the greatest arms dealer.
How long have we had him? Do we know? Have you seen him?
I know Russia's been trying for years to get him.
Yeah. So we've had.
I don't know the time frame.
They probably arrested her to get him back.
Yeah, like, we're going to take her.
This is her.
They're definitely. They're like, she's a WNBA star. She's a black woman. She's gay. They're going to trade for her. They're going to give us her.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, Paul Whelan was never on the table. And I'm like, of course he wasn't, because first off, he's not as big of a name. Like, if you're like, hey, we finally got Paul Whelan back, everybody would be like, who? Exactly the problem.
Nah, but you guys should dig into that one.
You doing it? Go in.
Dig down to that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that rabbit hole, like at first, like when you read headlines, like that's.
You can't just have meat sitting out.
I know, you're like, I gotta eat some.
Like this whole time, I'm like.
I constantly have my meat set now, like on a daily basis.
I just see meat and I just have to eat it.
There's toothpicks in there. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
I don't want my meat to cause like throat damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. They look like little flowers almost.
I try.
Yeah.
I try to make them look pretty.
Yeah, they're really pretty. They are pretty.
The best.
Is it good? Mm. There's bacon. There's
They're
bacon
so
involved. She's like, the worst thing a person can do is like eat food on a podcast. Like, I love the food I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna smash as soon as we get to the end. But it's like into the mic.
I'm just glad she's not Muslim.
Yeah.
She was, I'm having the best time.
That's why I asked her. I was like, you eat pork, right? I kind of knew, but I was like, I want to make sure before we get into it. Did you hear about? I know you had puppy dogs. How'd you feel about this guy? Mason,
hey,
Florida man arrested after having public sex with a dog, damaging church nativity scene.
One, all I'm gonna say, actually not say, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Did you do a doggy style?
I think any position's doggy style.
That's all I gotta know. Like, I got questions.
Oh man, I'm just happy. Like, I turned 35 this next week. Yeah, I turned 35 this next week. I'm like, I'm happy I'm not 36 years old, because this really an L for 36-year-olds from 1986 Sixers, Yeah.
I don't care about anything that you're saying right now.
You're just eating food. She's like, I'm just eating food. I don't give a shit.
Hey, my meat in people's mouths just makes them speechless.
Yeah, he looks like he would fuck a dog, though.
He 100%. Like, he's got that chin strap. I don't even know what's going on with his mustache.
Yeah, he's got a real thin one. He's got a thin mustache. Like, his mustache is thinner than his eyebrows.
He's got that piece on his hairline that sticks out. That really bothers me.
Yeah, he didn't go to Barlow.
Did not go to Barlow.
He did not go to Barlow. This is another weird ass headline. I'm like, I figured Courtney might like this one. Family exhumes grandma after 10 years, shocked by her appearance. What?
They were shocked by her appearance?
I feel like they used this picture of this lady as the basis for that movie, the Coco movie, because that's literally all. It's like the worst looking thing I've ever seen.
She looks. Have you guys ever seen Terrifier?
No, have you?
No.
Terrifier.
Yeah,
Matt won't watch it.
So
she too gory for
she
no reason.
100% looks like the first person off of Terrifier 1.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, except her eyes aren't punctured in.
She's got actual eyes.
Yeah.
There's a Crypt Keeper look about her. And after they exhumed her, everybody went to the funeral, and this lady wants to know, is her dress too revealing for a funeral? What do you think?
It's not like they're going to see
yesterday I had on...
Like, why does it matter?
Her grandma's funeral?
I don't know. It didn't say what. I didn't see what the funeral was. I just saw this and was like,
yesterday I had on a shirt that was similar to that.
Yeah.
And Jesse was like, "Where you going? A funeral?" And then he said something about, I like going to funerals except for the preachers. I was like, what?
What's the worst part?
That's the worst part, is the preachers.
I do hate listening to somebody talk forever. That's the only reason why I stopped going to church. I don't dislike the stuff they talk about at church. It's just I'm just like sitting there like the whole time like.
No, we're just talking about the funeral.
Like in my church that I went to for the longest time switched from a man to a woman preacher, and she's like, I feel like she has to overcompensate for like jokes, so she like throw out the worst jokes ever, and the entire time it's just nobody laughs.
That's
it's
why
like
women
crickets.
Are comedians.
That's true. There's no such thing as a woman comedian. That's true. It's true.
I mean, you got Amy Shusher or whatever. Like, that wannabe comedian.
Amy, somebody please shush her.
Yeah, like, she's the worst.
I'll move this a little closer.
Women, they're
She's the worst.
stupid.
Yeah, I'm not. Women are the worst. Yes.
Suck.
The He-Man Women Hating Club.
I've heard some decent women comedy.
Yeah, I have too.
But not her. Not Amy.
No.
Amy is terrible.
Isn't she the one who steals everybody's jokes?
She got caught, you know how it is. She said there's, what do they call it? Parallel thinking. That's what they always say. It's parallel thinking. We just thought the same.
Yeah.
Parallel.
Helen Keller would be offended
We're
by
also
Amy.
joke stealers, though, so.
Well, I mean, a woman did decide this. I don't know if you saw this, but they said Shark Week is now racist because woke Washington Post claims annual Discovery Channel Predator Fest features too many white male experts on screen. And the woman who decided that...
Hey, all I'm saying is at least they made it that person instead of, them saying that great white shark.
Yeah, the great white shark. That's why it's so great.
I'm sure that's next.
So, yeah, this was actually the original article I had this pulled out of the Washington Post. Shark Week last diversity overrepresents men named Mike. Men named Mike.
It's just men named Mike.
Mike. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure if you went through meats, people who smoke meats, it's probably overrepresented by guys named Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably said that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I feel like that's like if you meet a guy with like a name that rhymes with dentist, like he's going to be a dentist. It's like they have these studies that like people.
His last name is Teeth.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you be?
Maybe.
Like, my name's John Workout. I'm a trainer.
That's why I like Dick so much.
That's why I like Dick.
Because my last name's Richardson.
Dick, son. I'm all about that dick, son. My name's Courtney Richardson because I'm all about that dick, son.
Okay, that's it. That's
dick,
enough.
son.
That's enough.
What about that dick, son?
Okay.
No. Dick, son. Okay, we'll keep it going. Yeah, and then we got to talk about this. We talked about this before. The Boston City Council approves lowering that voting age to 16. Like, I think this is the weirdest shit ever. What do you think about this, Courtney?
I know when I was 16, I should not have been making any decisions that involved the government.
Yeah, right? You shouldn't have been deciding who was in charge.
No, not at all.
You'd have been like,
we're gonna have so many votes for what was
Ligma? Is it Ligma? Everybody vote for Harambe and Ligma.
So many write-ins for Harambe.
And Ligma. We talked about this a little bit before the podcast because we were just chilling, and like one of the things we talked about and we both kind of agreed on was the whole idea of like, what is it? The idea of like if you're gonna make it so the drinking age was 21 when we were kids.
Yeah.
And then you could buy lottery tickets and buy cigarettes at 18. And then you could vote at 18. Well, then they recently changed it so now you can't smoke until you're 21.
To be fair, I don't think that you should be able to drive when you're 16.
No, like as I've stated before, is the fact that if you want to raise the age of smoking, drinking is 21, smoking is 21.
Yeah.
If you legally can't be white trash now, you should not be allowed to vote.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you can't legally go buy you Marlboro Reds, live happily in a trailer park, why are you allowed to vote? Like, you're still doing finals.
Yeah. Somebody's to me. My thing is
graduated high school at 16.
My thing is like if you like and don't misconstrue this because I don't.
My kids are 14 and 13.
They shouldn't be voting.
No,
my kid's 12, and if he's voting for anything, I'd be freaked out. But my big thing is like we still have like a huge issue with like if a man's 24 and a woman's 18, we're like he's taking advantage of her. So like my thing is like if you start lowering ages to 16, it gets weirder and weirder because it's like what age do you become an adult really? Like we know your frontal cortex isn't developed at least until you're 25, so we know you really can't make non-rash decisions until you're 25. So like in general, to me, it all comes down to like if we're gonna set it, I think 21 is a perfect age. I think we should change the legal voting age to 21 instead. Don't go down, go back up.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it's the weirdest shit ever to expect kids who are 16 years old who, like you said, doing finals. Kids that are literally
that still take influence from others.
Some of these kids don't have hair on their balls at 16.
Exactly.
Like you're voting for the president, you're voting for the city council. Like you don't have hair on your balls.
See, what they're doing is like they're going by what their parents are voting for.
Exactly. It sounds like that's a way for people to decide what their kids are voting.
Like,
I know a lot of women
their
like that.
parents are going to be in there like, you pick this one and this one.
Yeah. Remember what we told you. R all the way or D all the way. It's one or the other. Yeah. We are Richardsons, so we are voting D all the way, son. D son.
Yes.
Back to Dixon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Good job.
Is that your favorite road in Kokomo, Dixon?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's me.
Isn't there 2 Dixons in Kokomo? Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's a Dixon Road and a Dixon street or Dixon Lane. Did you know that? Mm-mm. You're welcome. More you know.
Thank you.
It's over kind of by the cemetery on Ohio Street. Mm-hmm. It's right over there by that cemetery when you're going towards 31.
So I should move over there?
That's where you should live, on Dick Street.
Just live off the dicks.
Just live off
We were in
dicks.
Vendor City yesterday, and there was a sign for Tam O'Shanter for sale.
Just
a street sign.
Somebody just took it off. And
I was like, why is this here?
I guess we'll sell it. It's not a big deal, you know. Yeah, we had the anniversary of Pearl Harbor this week, and this one popped up. I love Raw Nationalist. He's a crazy guy. He's like a super insane person, but it's like Pearl Harbor 1941, Pearl Harbor 2020, and it says this is that's the Scrappy. It's the wrong one. Son of a bitch! I'm releasing the Scrappy is actually not even next week. There it is. It's the other way. That's my issue. But this is the. Well, after nearly 3 decades in uniform,
Pup
this
Ravage.
old Army dog is finally done. As of today, he's Colonel Ravage, U.S. Army retired. It's been a great run. Alpha pup, Army pup, proud pup, service dog.
Does this persona ever say who they actually are?
Yeah, it's Colonel Scooby.
He came out, and I don't have that because I don't really want to blow it up because I don't think it. I think it's like.
So I mean, if it's like I know in the military that's really frowned upon. You don't do that shit.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Everything's changed now, man.
That's bad.
Like when I was in the military, here's the thing. I guess I was in the military from 2006 till 2012. That was my time frame. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was still a thing then. Mm-hmm. So it's already changed since I was in the military, where you choose your gender, you can do whatever. There's no rules anymore. When back in the day, there were so many strict rules. You couldn't fuck around at all. Mm-hmm. Now it seems like they're about to let people have beards in the military, about to let people there's so many different rules.
Weird.
Yeah.
You can also have dogs.
Which is weird.
As you clearly stated from the
Puppy
picture.
dog. It's just a little puppy.
He's just a puppy dog.
Me from that picture, to me as a person, if you are, retiring from the military, that's something you should be proud of.
Stop zooming closer.
Why would you wear a mask? That makes you look like a scuba-fied Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop it. You're making it worse.
That
is a proud moment to me.
Yeah.
If you're retiring from the military, that is a proud moment.
To him, it's his coming out moment. He's like, to me, it's like everybody has to be special.
What's he coming out to?
He's coming out as a service dog. I'm an alpha pup. I'm an
I don't
Army
like
pup.
laughing at people.
I don't like laughing at people, but if you put that's literally something he posted.
Yeah, I know.
He posted that. That's on him. My thing, there's a lot of people that
I
get
don't
mad
understand.
about that. They get like I don't know if you've heard of Libs of TikTok. It's a big account that people get mad at because it's super right wing.
Mm-hmm.
Which right wing accounts can exist. It's not a big deal. But they get mad because they repost liberal people on TikTok that post crazy videos. But at the end of the day, those people posted those videos. They weren't coerced.
Right.
These aren't fake. They didn't steal them. They posted them on the internet to be consumed. And this person basically curates it, puts them all together, and puts them out and says. But the problem is, there's been so many issues with this lady. Apparently, it came out as a lady. I don't know if you guys know. Libs of TikTok as a lady, but they doxed the shit out of her. They put her. She was behind the anonymity. Her name's Chaya. She's got the weirdest name ever. But she was behind, and they ended up doxing her and basically putting out all of her information. But my thing is, if you put something out for public consumption, you want people to know about it. People should be able to comment on it, right?
Right.
I mean, this guy did 20, 30 years in the military, and he goes to get out.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew he was gonna. He probably did this in order to we're gonna normalize being a puppy dog.
So my issue is I view things like that are just somebody chasing the view clout.
Yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I feel like too. I mean, even if that is your lifestyle, you don't have to put it on the internet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't like people that chase the clout.
Yeah.
That's just if you're trying to
chasing.
If I'm trying to follow you or something like that, I want to be original.
Yeah, there was that thing that came out in the we're all about trying to keep everybody pushing everybody forward, pushing culture forward, and I know that Wednesday show came out, which I ended up finishing on. Have you seen Wednesday?
Did you like it?
No. So I got to my girlfriend's house yesterday, and she just got done with the first episode.
Yeah. What she think?
She enjoys it. I personally don't care. I I don't watch that.
I finished it. I watched it. We didn't have anything to watch. Like, we didn't have any shows. We finished all of our shows, so we're like trying to figure out something to watch. We're like, we might as well watch it. She asked me, she's like, we should watch it. I was like, all right, we'll put it on. And I'm like, it was cute, but it was also what you expected.
I have a problem with all of the shows that get popular on Netflix. Like, they're never good.
Whoa, hang on. No, All American is fucking great.
I don't know what that is.
It is great.
But like the ones that always have like the big following, like Dahmer. Like the how.
You like that one?
Dahmer was it was so delightful.
He was like, this guy's he's a man after my own heart. He's trying to eat some meat.
Like Dahmer is the greatest. Like if you're like big in like the serial killer like knowledge and stuff like that, Dahmer is the most well put together.
Oh, I loved Dahmer.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you would call it a documentary or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it was.
I like the way it was filmed and the storytelling. It was fantastic.
And you couldn't find a better actor.
Yeah, he
could not find a better. Like, because to me, like,
he really did a great job.
He did phenomenal. Like, that was So we're sitting there, me and my girlfriend, like, for last 2 episodes, and that's when like it gets like dark. Like, like, hey, don't do this. So we're sitting there eating Panda. I don't care. I'm gonna eat Panda Express.
Right.
Like, while watching Dahmer.
Right.
I care. And he's eating the heart.
Yeah.
That heart. And we're sitting there, and I'm eating Panda. I'm eating cats and dogs and stuff like that. And I'm just
eating an old service pup.
Yeah, the old service pup.
The old service dog.
I'm sitting there and like, just the storyline alone of Dahmer, and like everyone, like there's a lot of like pushback on Dahmer because they're bringing up like all this old stuff, but like no, like it's also, to me, doing something like this, you're bringing recognition to the family. You're bringing, because if you watch anything else about Dahmer, like I've watched, I'm a big serial killer guy. I love watching the documentaries, the movies, and stuff like that. To me, creating this series of Dahmer is bringing that enlightenment to the family, because like now the families are known, because I have never seen a documentary or a movie or a TV show that made the families
so like,
on the
central
spotlight.
Yeah, they put them central.
They don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
and
always like
and that's what I
glorifying the serial
and that's what I
killers.
appreciate the most about the Dahmer series.
They
Is the
did a good
fact
job.
that the whole thing was about Dahmer, but realistically, like if you watch it, not like they're mentioning, like emphasizing the names, or like doing like this family, this
an
family.
entire episode like leading up to them meeting 100%. Him and like their backstories and everything else.
Yeah, you get a lot of that, which is kind of crazy.
But then everybody there has to be like a thing for everything.
There's always got to be a thing for everything.
Yeah.
Like they can't accept the fact that I'm not big on how society is nowadays. I absolutely hate it. I'd stay clear of it. I talk to very few people because there's so many people that are just, it's this way or no way.
Yeah.
I want to talk to people to where you're going to hear my opinion, you're going to respect my opinion, I'm going to hear your opinion, I'm going to respect your opinion. Like that's who I am as a person. Yeah. And like when you get things like Dahmer, like it's more along the lines of like there's like, oh, they're just making the families relive the nightmare. Like no, they're bringing that nightmare that your family went through to life. They're showing, because
you're the only ones that went through it. You went through it alone. Now everybody sees it and can like sympathize.
Exactly.
with it.
Like because I wasn't born.
No, I wasn't either.
Like I wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye.
My aunt was saying how she remembers seeing on the news them carrying the bodies out of the thing, and I was like, whoa, we were alive then.
You're like, tell me more.
And like to me, like that's a big deal, is the fact that now we know, like people like me that didn't know before, like and I've taken a forensic science class to where I did a project on serial killers, which I chose Ted Bundy, but Jeffrey Dahmer was an option.
Which they did a Ted Bundy show too, wasn't as good.
The Zac Efron one?
Yeah, I didn't think that was as good.
Oh, no, not as good, but it was still good. It was still good.
I watched it. What is terrible, irreparably something? Like it's like a bunch of words.
I didn't watch it.
Like was it up to the standards of Dahmer?
No. Well, that's because that crazy psycho killer guy. What's his name? The guy that did Glee. The guy that does Glee actually does that show too. The front runner for American Horror Story. What's his name?
Oh,
Peter.
What? Who?
The guy that does American Horror Story.
Yeah, that's where he got to start at.
Yeah, he did. Well, he did that. He did Glee too. He's done a lot of different shows.
No, it's why do I want to say it's Pete or something?
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
No. Evan Peters is the actor. I'm talking about the guy who wrote it and directed it.
Nobody cares about who writes these things.
Well, that guy has done a lot. He did Glee.
The guy that wrote American Horror Story did Dahmer.
Yeah, and he did Glee. Yeah. He's done a lot of weird shit.
I didn't know he did Glee.
Yeah.
But
as soon as it started, I knew that guy that did American Horror Story did it.
Because it's very similar. Yeah,
and
it's the same music and.
It's like, my issue is, like, people perceive things so differently.
Yeah.
Like, I always perceive things in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a very positive guy. Like, I don't, you can tell me the worst story possible.
I want you to know right now that service dog is thinking about how many times you're saying positive.
And that's fine. Because I can tell that service dog right now, I'm really craving Kung Pao chicken.
Oh, shit. He's running out.
But it's just like society nowadays is like, you can't make something that's, I feel like this is the greatest series I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like, I don't think anything touches it.
Yeah.
Because it brings you, like, people like me who wasn't around for that.
Yeah.
Like, that gives me a taste of, like, what they went through.
That's
Like, do I know how they feel? No.
That's the interest of, like, the serial killer things. Is like, it's something
yourself.
you're scared of and you can't imagine actually happen.
100%. But it does.
And you always just learn about the serial killer stuff. You never learn about, like, the family stuff.
Speaking of
and like
serial killers.
Oh, goodness gracious.
This was last night. This was Saturday night at the Colts game. Pacers game. The lady came decked out in all Arby's gear, including the hat.
All right, so first we got to talk about, how does Kyrie and Kevin Durant not play and the Pacers choke?
You know, I feel like it's just like football. Any given Sunday, anybody can win any night, and it was a close game. I mean, like 136 to 133 is an insane line in general.
Yeah, but with how that Pacer team is built up.
Yeah.
And I knew one person on the starting lineup on the Nets.
Really?
And that's Mills.
I know Edmund Sumner because he
played for the Pacers, but wasn't he more of a summer league guy?
No, he played for a minute. He got injured, and then he got traded to the Nets. It was a really rough situation. I followed him for a while because I really liked him, and I feel like he was a lot of energy guy, but he ended up not being able to work
I was
out.
watching this game at my uncle's house, and the Pacers, you know, it was a back and forth game. Like the Nets would go up big, the Pacers would go up big. Like, it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to also balance, you know, watching IU just get, that Arizona game.
It's such a terrible night. Navy lost, IU lost, Pacers lost.
Hey, how that Navy lost? How they lose?
No, by
how
3.
They lose?
By 3.
No, how?
20-17.
What, wasn't that more along the lines of that running back fumbling on the goal line?
So, yeah, that's usually how things like that work. I ended up having to go to her house to do the thing. I don't think I ended up watching a lot of it. I watched the beginning. I tried to turn it off, but I was like, there had so many shows going on. Well, your Booski's house to film a new movie, which is also food based. So
yeah, I know.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Goodness gracious,
that's the name of it. Fettuccine Alfredo.
It's gonna be the best movie ever.
It's a horror. It's a horror.
I'm not in it, so it's not the best movie ever.
You can be in the sequel.
You can be in the sequel.
I'll be in the
sequel. We'll get you in the sequel. Yeah, we're gonna do a whole sequel. So it's like once we finish this, we're gonna spend the next year.
Like I've stated, like as long as you're cool with me acting like who I am as a person,
just doing that.
I feel like it would be perfect.
I love to improvise. I don't like scripts.
Yeah.
The whole movie is improv.
They didn't write a single fucking line of dialogue. I was like, so.
It's all improv. All of it.
I 100% improv is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because that just makes the movie more real.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Like if you want
I'm down with both because I feel like you have to.
You gotta script some of it.
Have the script out and know where you're going because a lot of times you'll forget where you're going.
It gives you a baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah. The script gives you a baseline. But at times, like I hear something and then like my mind processes something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
I'm
where
down
like
with that.
Like you have a script and like I'm supposed to say this and I'm just like, nah. I'm saying this. Okay. It's like have you guys ever seen the I can't remember which Fast and the Furious series it is. I can't remember what it is.
It's like 12 movies at this point, right? So
nah, I think it's only 10.
Only 10.
But like, there's a scene between Ludacris. No,
are you counting Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm counting Hobbs. That was great. That was a great movie.
I was just making sure.
It was Tyrese in The Rock.
Oh yeah.
To where they were doing the family cookout, and Tyrese walks in and he states that like, hey, you know, you better hide all the baby oil, and then The Rock improv says, you better hide that big ass forehead.
And then it becomes like a huge pop in the movie.
Yeah. And like that was improv, and like Ludacris's reaction of him spitting the water out was real. That was real. And like that shows you like the development and like the emphasis of improv is like the fact that you get reaction.
And it makes it real.
Yeah.
It gives you that real feel.
It doesn't feel like it's a standard basis.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of, this is another funny thing that I really want to get your opinion on, because this is a very interesting topic here. We put this on the page. We asked people, this would be a podcast topic. In your dating experience, what's an example of a red flag or an ick? Because apparently women are all about icks nowadays.
What the fuck is an ick?
I don't even know.
I'm not a woman.
The example that I heard was like a red flag would be like.
I don't know any woman things.
The red flag would be like something that makes you not want to date him anymore, and ick would be something that makes you just not want to fuck him anymore. I guess that's the way I understood it. Was like it starts off one way and ends in the other, and then we got some responses here to different people. So, American Dream High Five said, "Have you ever been to that coffee shop on Washington?" Which cracks me up because they got that beef going.
Yeah, is that Black Wax?
Yeah, they got a beef going with them. So it's like two different record stores having a beef. The Black Wax people basically, in the opinion of American Dream, I don't really want to misinterpret it, but the guys in American Dream are like basically the Black Wax people took their like business idea and just ran with it.
Okay, so I'm not dealing with this beef.
Yeah,
but I appreciate both businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I appreciate both businesses because
I haven't been in the Black Wax ever.
I've been to Hi-Fi.
Yeah,
love Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
I've been to Black Wax. Like that's I buy my vinyls there.
Yeah.
My girlfriend loves her. It's just the fact
coffee.
that get creative.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Get creative. Like the fact, like Black Wax's coffee drinks, so creative.
Yeah.
And like I've had a couple. I don't even like coffee.
Yeah.
I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah. Other than your Busch Lattes.
My Busch Lattes are like standard. Like this is God's gift to earth. But I will say like. I don't have a preference of the two. Yeah. I don't have a preference, but I will say just for environment wise, Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
Just
I
because
like Hi-Fi. I like being downtown. I've done shows there and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I've been to shows at Hi-Fi, but like Hi-Fi is just it gives me that vibe. Yeah. To where I want to be at.
And it feels super authentic and nice in there.
But like I ain't gonna dog Black Wax because I love Black Wax. Yeah. Like I'm not that person.
That Fred Club guy. What is that?
It looks like a favor. So we got Corey Kotkowski said a permission slip with a line for parents to sign. I've got them pre-printed. Those are his red flags and icks. What? I'm confused by that one. Tink. How well? That's like, I don't know if this is a real person. How well you can comprehend any sentence? So like, are you writing a lot of sentence? So if they're not very good at reading comprehension, that's a red flag or an ick.
I read good.
Lindsay, asking if you have Snapchat, why are you worried they're going to ask for titty pics?
Because that's what Snapchat is.
Is that all it's for? I don't feel like it is.
No, so when Snapchat first came out, it's not right now. Yeah. But when Snapchat first came out, that was 100% the highway, the bypass to cheating. Yeah. Was Snapchat. Like me, I don't have Snapchat. Yeah. I don't do filters.
Women need the filters. That's really
I don't do none of that.
I don't post on Snapchat, but I take all my pictures on Snapchat.
That's what I'm saying. It's like basically a picture.
Let me find out. We got questions for Courtney in a minute. Yeah. Stating she don't use filters, but she sends pictures, and here this person is.
Oh no, I use filters on everything.
Yeah,
why?
She doesn't.
I don't know.
Filters are so overrated.
Because I need my skin to be clear.
I get it.
But why?
My girl's the same way.
I don't want to look like
there
I have
is
pores.
nothing better than natural. I don't care if you got an acne breakout. I don't care if you got a third eye on your cheek.
That'd be cool.
Natural is natural. Like that is how your life should be based. Like you should be comfortable in your skin.
I have to
You
look
don't need.
Like I have zero imperfections.
Yes.
And the longest eyelashes in the world.
But I can tell you right now that me as a person, like I said, this is my opinion. Like I have, so I don't know if you guys know this. I have a severe case of psoriasis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't use filters.
No.
Like I let my legs, my arms, my stomach. Like I don't care.
Right? Yeah.
And like I would rather have acne than psoriasis. Yeah. But me as a person, like I am comfortable in my skin.
Right.
This is who I am.
Yeah.
I just bring the personality to make me a lot better.
Yeah. Well, you're also we do have to be fair. You are a man. Us men have a little bit more leeway.
We have a different perception on appearance.
And women, on the other hand, they're really not. They're competing against each other all the time. They always
Which makes
feel
no
like
sense.
They're so mean to each other.
But it makes no sense. Like why are you
so nice to all women?
But
why? The 3 friends you have that are in our family.
But that brings up a good question. Why do females compete with females?
Yeah.
Because you don't. you're not going to see us compete with each other. Like, the only thing you're going to see us compete with each other is the fact that he can grow a beard and I can't.
Yeah.
I don't try to.
But you don't have to try. It's just a natural thing.
There's no try. Try and do not try. Isn't that like fucking Yoda or something? Try, do not try.
Like, it's just like it's kind of something that just happens.
Yeah.
Why do women always think women are
Because
competition?
Women constantly see other women as a threat.
That's
to
the
what?
truth.
To what they have. Like, they think that men don't have the ability to have restraints when it comes to stuff.
I'm sorry, wait, I'm just kidding.
So we feel like we're constantly competing with other women to get the attention of men.
The insecurity is from men. The insecurity is created by men into women that creates the animosity between women because they don't trust each other. But the thing is, the women will take advantage of them.
That's why the majority of my friends are men.
Yeah. Which is literally what Fred Clubb said. He said her name is April. I don't know why it's very specific. Her name is April, only has male friends and has long fingernails. You're being very specific, Fred. I don't know about this. He's like, has a very specific woman he's talking about. Well, I guess actually somebody else, Mason Grant said the same thing. She only has guy friends. So apparently that's a big issue for men.
I'm just a huge red flag.
I know you are. We're still married, but I left him for 2 weeks experience. Hit me up for real.
But to be fair, I did start dating one of my guy friends.
Well, this girl said recently divorced, sending nudes immediately. Miranda Russell, which I know, saw her the other day. And she said, I mean, I'm going to look at them, but clearly you and I have different levels of self-respect. And then, of course, Ashley Davis, just being a man in general is a red flag, I guess. We got, is she gay? Do we know her? Do you know her? I don't know her. Maybe Ashley's gay, and she's like, listen, she looks like she has a kid, so at one point she had to have
Hey, that don't mean nothing. One of my friends I went to high school with, Cody, he's gay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say recently, but like a few years announced gay.
Yeah.
He has 2 kids.
Yeah,
my thing is like...
My cousin is a gay man that has multiple children.
Yeah, like, it's just accepting who you are. Because, like, me as a person, I don't care if you're gay.
Yeah.
Like,
Do I know your cousin that's gay?
Rodney.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Did he come out as gay? I didn't know that.
What do you mean? Yes, he's so gay.
Okay, well, I knew his dad was gay.
He's so
his dad's
gay.
gay, right? Isn't Rodney?
He's not just
Rodney
gay.
is the dad.
Oh, you're talking about the
Mason
dad.
is the son.
Mason's a kid. Okay, my bad. I was like, lost my mind. I know Rodney's gay. Okay, that makes sense because he has kids. I know.
He
His
has
kid,
Mason and
Mercedes.
he has Mercedes.
Yeah, I know them. I grew up with them. I knew their dad was gay, and it's like one of those things where you're like, you do the math. That math thing.
I don't think
And, like,
Mason's gay.
No, I don't think
But
so.
I really know
That's
him.
why I was confused because I was like, is he gay? I didn't think he was gay. So, that doesn't make sense to me. Man. Anyway, let's move on a couple more.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Molly Nora, no car, which she's been on the podcast. No car or feasible transport plan. As a progressive person politically, I quickly found out that the car-free movement is to fill with people okay with me driving them around in my car.
All right, so me as who I am, so like I'm a operation foreman at my job.
Yeah.
This pisses me off. Like, when I'm doing interviews on people, and I have 2 people that I'm interviewing and they drive together.
Yeah.
Nah. Like, that's a red flag. Like, instantly, red
Really?
flag.
Yeah.
Like,
Carpooling is a red flag.
I very rarely, if you have the same last name, you better explain this stuff detailed.
Yeah, I need to know.
Like, I need to know that you guys drove separately. I need to know, one, you'll be on separate shifts, because you guys ain't working together. But, like, this red flag right here, this is a whole standard basis of adult.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not being able to drive. I had a family friend that for the longest time, she chose not to drive. She's like, I don't drive. But she would always be asking for rides. And I'm like, listen, we need to...
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I need to learn how to drive. And I'm like, I'll walk. And I'm like, you're always asking for rides. You're not walking.
I don't understand that thing.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, I'm too scared to drive. Like, okay.
No, this girl was like, made it seem like I don't really need to. I don't want to. And also, I'll just walk and then all the time asking for a ride, which was weird.
I know somebody that was like that for a really long time.
All I'm saying is, like, my sister, who is 33 now.
Yeah.
She always, she's been that person to get rides and stuff. She deals with anxiety, so I get that.
Yeah.
But she still pushed to get her license this year.
Yeah.
Because, like, she wants to not have to rely on somebody else to get to
Independence
work.
to do it on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kudos to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout
sure
out.
if you guys ever been to B-Dubs, you guys probably know Megan Green.
There you go.
That's
Shout
my
out,
sister.
Megan Green.
Shout out Megan Green. Good job on getting your license. You're welcome for letting me use my Jeep.
That's a nice one to start with, yeah.
But it's all about that. I don't care who you are as a person.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to drive to wherever you need to go, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, we need you to drive.
You are 100% a piece of shit.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
There is no excuse.
Wow.
There is no excuse unless you are literally physically blind or handicapped.
Yeah.
You have no excuse to reason why you cannot drive.
Exactly.
You got your license taken away is a good reason.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing
But
right
why
now.
did you get your
There are
license
two
taken away?
people.
Because you dumb.
There are two people that are
Because you
upset
dumb.
about people that drive the carpooling. The first people are TLC. The second people are Joe here.
We don't want no scrubs.
This
We
is
don't want no
facts.
scrubs.
This is facts.
It's funny. It's funny. I saw a joke that said like we were all singing Scrubs at the top of our lungs and then started dating all these.
All the red flags. that was a red flag song. Apparently, a lot of people have an issue. Ariana here has an issue with like a lot of grammar issues. Like people are like,
No, this is facts.
Yeah, I can understand that
Like
completely.
that's
if
like
somebody has
one
a
of
grammar issue.
my biggest issues. Is it's not just like those. It's like you got the twos.
Yeah, the twos.
Or
there,
the
there,
fact
and
that
there's, the your and
like,
yours, the twos.
I'm not the best grammarific person.
Yeah.
Because I'm old.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been in high school since I was it's 12 years.
Yeah.
But I still understand the simple
Yeah.
complexity of theirs.
Yeah, you have to.
Yours.
It also
twos.
shows that you care. Like,
Yeah.
that you actually are willing to put the time in. Like,
Well-
am I using the right there? Am I
Well, it's
using the
like
right your?
when I was single, and people would text me and they would just put the letter U.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
That's a red flag for
you
me,
ain't
too.
you ain't talking to me in slang.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
you
do
gonna
that.
talk to me as an adult.
We have to use complete sentences.
100%.
Any periods, any
If I don't
exclamations,
get
any question
punctuation,
marks.
I drive all of you guys crazy
Yeah,
texting.
like,
Because
if
you
I don't get
understand half of what I say.
if I don't get correct punctuation, like I'll allow an error every now and then.
Of course, yeah.
But you got to accept me
Human
correcting it because that's who I do. Like you could send me a whole ass like 3-paragraph message, and literally, if you put
That's the
one
topic that you
punctuation
had.
in there that's wrong,
Yeah.
I'm correcting that.
You sent me a topic, and you and I talked about it all like through message, and I never put it on here, and I meant to put it on here. But we ended up talking, and I felt like we goofed off enough on it. But it was something along the lines of like men who correct women, like women women hate when men correct them. Like that could be a red flag for a lot of
It could
women.
be.
Like if a guy is correcting you in order to like kind of like belittle you. That's what what I was talking about, and then I made a whole joke about like how women can't handle being joked with, like they can't handle.
But it's not a belittlement. It's just
There's two different like spectrums when it comes to this. There
Yeah.
are the men that will purposely make you feel smaller and
Yeah.
make you feel stupid
Yeah.
to make themselves feel better, and then there will be like the men that are like if you say something wrong, they will correct you, and then you'll have a debate about this thing, and that's just normal conversation when you
Yeah.
have when you're with somebody.
and that's what I try to guide to because
Yeah.
all my corrections are, even if I'm in the wrong,
Yeah.
I want it to be a simple conversation,
Right.
Like
And
because
that's how it should be.
Yep.
we're all adults here. Everybody in my life is an adult.
Yeah.
The problem
If
is
I
everybody
can't-
thinks they know everything.
Yeah, like if I can't accept constructive criticism, I'm never going to grow.
No,
Like
not at all.
whether it be with my food or anything in life, I
Exactly.
will
Yeah.
never grow. So if you correct me on something, I'm going to hear you out.
Yeah.
Like if I say something and it's wrong, I would rather you tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we can like
Rather
either
than me-
discuss the thing
Then
or
rather me continue this conversation, and then I have a conversation with Elon Musk, and I sound like a complete idiot.
Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah,
It's
that
like,
pops in my head too. Yeah.
But no, you couldn't stop that, but
Yeah.
you didn't.
yeah.
It's like when you see somebody who has like something in their teeth and you don't say something, and then you just let them go on the rest of their day having stuff in their teeth the entire time.
Yeah.
And then like you could have been like, oh man, you got something hanging out your nose, or you got something in your
Yeah.
teeth, and you could have saved them that embarrassment the
Yeah.
rest of the day. And people, I'm one of those people that like, hey, just so you know, you got something. Like,
Exactly.
I'll tell them.
And like you can do it so simply.
Yeah.
Be like,
Hey, can I
you
talk to you
gotta-
for a minute? Come here.
Yeah, be
Come
like,
here.
you gotta right here.
Yeah, you got
I mean,
a
I
little-
really do, honestly. I can't
little
get it
thing
out.
there. We got another one. Having absolutely no friends, bad parenting, no sense of humor. This is a long list. Having absolutely no friend, bad parenting, no sense of humor, and the biggest one, only drinks tequila.
Hang
Same
on, what's
circle.
tequila are we talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, if
Like,
it's only,
do they have standards? Like, are we
It's
talking?
just
Are they
tequila.
only drinking Don Julio?
exactly
Because
That's what
I
they're
feel
drinking.
like if they just drinking Don Julio, high grade tequila,
it's all right.
that's not a red flag to me. Like they got standards, they got morals.
She just doesn't like Mexicans.
Yeah, that's what it's. Did you see Matt Perez said when I'm hitting it from behind, her booty looks a little crusty. This girl, Sydney Leggett, said, my ex. That's the biggest red
That's my
flag. is her.
cousin,
That's your
actually.
cousin. That's awesome.
I want to get
No,
back
but
to.
her ex is my cousin.
Just because, you know, I know, Matt, I'm going to get back to Matt's comment real quick.
Yeah.
Matt, if it's looking a little crusty, put a little juice on it. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Moisten it up a little bit. Just moisten it up a little bit.
Moisturizer always helps with the crust, you know? And then we got Hypocrisy Jones was our one of our co-hosts, Jordan Bell, and he said, I always ask before showing my ick. # consent matters. And then Matt Adams, who's a homie on it, said gladiator sandals. So I guess a woman that's wearing those, like...
Yo, them Jesus sandals are pretty legit, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like, there's nothing wrong with those Jesus sandals.
Yeah, I don't have any issues. Wait, these ones are actually from my personal page when I shared it, so I got a couple more here for you guys. Red flag or ick. She said red flag, not liking cats. Being allergic doesn't count. And then sucking your teeth after eating is an issue for Annie. That's an ick for her.
Okay, one, I don't know who sucks their teeth after eating, but...
This guy.
You?
No, I'm just saying people do it.
Really? People actually do that? Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my God. That is terrible.
Yeah.
Why? But not liking cats. Like, realistically, you gotta look at it like this. You gotta ask further questions.
Yeah.
As I've stated before on the podcast. Do they not like cats as pets, or do they not like cats as food?
Yeah.
Like, do they like orange chicken?
Yeah.
You gotta ask these questions.
I like the answers on my page a lot because honestly, like I think Annie and Kimberly were the only two that actually did both. Like they followed the rules. Kimberly said, talking about your ex more than yourself, which I was guilty of that when I first broke up with my ex. I was like, oh shit, I should not be talking about my ex as much. But like you're talking about which, and it is.
So
and then being on hold on, let me get the second one. Being on the phone constantly, then putting it face down on the table. So go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit both of those.
Let's do it
because both of these have been an issue in my relationship.
Oh yeah.
But I've grown as an adult.
Yeah.
In the last year with my relationship, to where my girlfriend has a baby daddy.
Yeah.
And you know, I have to understand the concept where she's going to talk about him because it's never it's nothing good.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, the fact that, you know, I'm not going to say a daily basis, but at least an every other day basis, I hear about this dude.
Yeah.
I had to grow used to that. The fact that, you know, I'm a head of a table kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is my table. You're sitting at my table. This is what I do. Like, I don't care who he is. He could be the spawn of, you know, your kids.
Yeah.
Never met the dude. Mm-hmm. It's been a year. Over a year. Haven't met the dude. I meet him for the first time on Monday. He doesn't know this yet. He's going to be so excited. But it's something that you have... It's a very situational experience.
Yeah.
To where, like, if you're talking in praise of your ex, that's an issue. That's a red flag. Yeah. But if, like, you're in, like, a situation like me, to where your girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever it is talking about their ex because, you know, they have to.
Yeah.
That's not a red flag.
Right.
That's not a red flag.
This is maybe I'm the weird one here, but I don't think it's a red flag either way. To me, like, I think if you're doing it too much, I think what she said more than yourself, I think that really accentuates like what she's saying, which is like if you're on a date with somebody, let's say you meet, because this is all like basically beginning dating, right? Like this is all things that are in the beginning. So what she's saying is it's an ick for her if like you're on a date with somebody and they're like, yeah, my ex recently did this, or me and my ex broke up because of this. I can see how that's like a big thing. But also if you're getting out of a long-term relationship and you're getting into something new, I feel like they kind of want to know all those details because they're like, what the fuck happened? Like, you've been with this person, especially in a small town.
Yeah.
But then as you get in the relationship, that you talk about them less. With my ex, we have a kid together, my ex-wife, and so I'll talk about her positively or negatively depending on what's going on. Mostly when we're talking about her, it's just like routine shit. Like, hey, I gotta get a hold of Ashley to figure out if she's getting my kid today or if I am. It's like real simple shit. But then sometimes like my ex, you know, putting this out there, and she put it out there already, but she got diagnosed with breast cancer recently, so she's going through chemo and she's dealing with a lot of stuff. So like,
hope the best for her.
Yeah, me too. Like it's a terrible situation, and my son, you know, we have a kid together, and it's like not only is you know, she doesn't deserve this as a human being in general, but we also have a kid together, so I have to like constantly think about like my kid and her, and like, you know, reassure him to make sure he's okay. Mom's gonna be fine. It's stage 1. They found it early. She's killing it. She's in chemo. She's getting this shit done. So for me, it's like I feel like I've told people this before. Once you let go of like the animosity of like, why didn't you work out? Who did this? Who did that? And you realize that relationships, in my opinion, are never one-sided. There's people fuck up on both sides. You can find somebody who fucked up the most, but even then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, especially with kids involved. Like, you've got to coexist. You've got to move on. And to me, it's like, I don't even, like, once you let go of, like, the animosity of, like, the hate and everything, I feel like you can have such a great relationship with your ex without it being, like, inappropriate.
Like, I feel like I've moved on to the point where I can, like, tolerate being around him and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think he has.
But, like one of the greatest things, which I feel like everybody sleeps on, is the greatest thing in life is actual co-parenting.
Yeah. It's hard.
Because, like, in situations like that's the biggest conflict on like what causes issues with kids and stuff like that is like you're pulling this way, you're pulling that way, but like if you can actually co-parent, that is the greatest thing in the life of your kid, to where everything is consensual, everything is like a simple civil conversation. They don't have to see that rough side. Because there's no rough side.
Your kids shouldn't have to deal with the fact that you don't like your ex.
You guys already aren't together. Like there's no reason to where there should be any hostile environment. And like I said, in my opinion, there should be no reason there should be hostile environment on anything because you guys are already not together.
You can disagree. Like there's certain things that we've disagreed on, certain things where we've had like little contentious issues, but most of the time it's over like really simple shit that doesn't matter. Like in the grand scheme, it's like a simple thing. Like what time are you getting them on Christmas? What time is this? And you work it all out, and at the end of the day, it's like,
ooh, thank you.
At the end of the day, I'm like, that's not a big deal. But I mean, when it comes to like the big things, like relationship stuff, it's gotta be. Ooh, I can't eat this. I can't eat this.
You're drinking.
I can't drink anything chocolate or coconut. Well, I can do chocolate, but not coconut. Coconut's not for me. Coconut water, even. Oh, gross. Even that. I don't do beer either. I know, I'm weird. I'm telling you, I drink like give me a Crown and Coke, I'll drink that. Oh, I got Crown in there.
Did you just say a Busch Latte? Goodness gracious.
He's like, those are fighting words.
What's in it?
Chocolate and coconut. Dude.
Coconut chocolate.
I know it's got like floaty things in it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's probably just iced.
Yeah.
No, so the Untitled Art actually has the actual stuff in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
So think of
I assumed it was
it's
something
not
they
art.
put in it.
Yeah. No,
It says it's a candy stout. That's interesting.
It's so good.
Oh, I know.
Oh, this one's a good one. Winter Pig said, people that are rude to the wait staff at restaurants. I hate that too. As a man who has a woman who works as a wait staff.
Hang on, we got to go back to Kimberly because I didn't finish that second part. I didn't finish that second part.
Oh, being on the phone constantly and put a face down.
I'm not a big person on being on my phone when I'm with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not a big person. But I am a big person on that second part of that message, to where if I put my phone face down, you have all my attention.
That's what I was gonna say. If my phone is like my phone's face down, so I can't constantly look at it and check it.
Right now.
Well, look at it right now, like for the podcast, because like my phone goes off constantly.
Yeah.
You know, because of work and stuff like people I know, like my phone goes off constantly. Like, you know, on the podcast, I turn my phone off.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm with her, I turn my phone upside down, and like she has an issue with it, but she's like feels like I'm hiding something.
Yeah, people.
And like I've tried explaining to her, like, no, it's not that I'm hiding something, because like she knows the passcode to my phone and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, it's more along the lines of the fact that I turn my phone upside down because 90%, unless I'm sleeping, my phone is on silent.
Yeah.
I don't my phone's on silent, so like. But my phone lights up constantly. Like, you know, I got Fantasy Draft, I got Facebook, and, you know, I got all this stuff. My phone's constantly lighting up.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, I want you to know, like, this is my way of telling you that you have my attention.
Yeah, just the distraction's down.
Yeah, because, like, if my phone's like this right here, I don't see the light.
Yeah.
But if my phone's like this, I see it.
Yeah, it distracts you. It can take you out of the moment.
And, like, I don't care, like, if we're at dinner, like, we can go to dinner together.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing. It's not the fact that it's just, you know, my girlfriend. Like, I do it for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. I do it at work. I do it
too. People come up to me at work. If I'm on my phone, I'll literally lock my phone, set it down like this, and be like, what's up? Because I want to know what they're going to say. And if I have my phone, I'll be like...
If it's turned over and I see, like, a bunch of notifications on it, I'm going to be like... Oh, I need to check this.
Yeah, what if it's important?
Yeah.
But it's never important.
It's
but
like,
and like that's
I'm okay with.
It's an email from Ulta Beauty saying you got your rewards.
And like that's my I will say that, you know, being on your phone constantly, yes, I can see that being a red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like to me, when I'm with my girlfriend, I'm not really on my phone. Like I'll text my friends and stuff like that and all that, but I'm not on my phone. Like I'm not just scrolling. Like at the start of our relationship, yes, I was.
Yeah.
And like she told me how much it bothered her. Like, you know, the fact that I was on my phone scrolling and stuff like that. Like, all right, cool, I'll fix this.
I do that as like a distraction thing.
Yeah.
It's like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
people twiddle their fingers and stuff. I just hold my phone and like.
Yeah.
So if there's something going on and I'm not like engaged in it, so I'll like.
So like last night
I have
we were
to be
shooting
doing
the movie.
something.
Like last night when we were shooting the movie.
Yeah.
We're like talking about how we're gonna block the next scene, and you're like, "So what are we doing?" And we're like, "Oh my god."
But
I was so high.
but like, I just feel like her definition of a red flag, especially on the second part. Like the first part, you know, that's a 50-50 split because that depends on how they correspond to the conversation.
Yeah.
But the second part about your phone, you know, being on your phone, because one, if you're with your significant other, that's who matters.
Yeah.
But then you have situations to where, you know, like me, I don't have any kids. But if you have somebody that has kids, you have to be on your phone. Because maybe that other person, you know, the other parent is texting you or, you know.
Yeah,
like
you got to have a way to get off. That's why I have a watch.
That's
you know?
a very situational.
Ha 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 ha.
You wearing yours today? Oh my god.
I wear mine all the time.
Nope, no watch. Just skin.
Just
Half-past freckle.
You got that Dahmer watch made out of skin.
Got that Dahmer watch, full-blown
I
skin.
have my watch because I drive at work, so I can like text and drive.
I feel like okay.
And that's why my texting is always bad.
I feel like both of Kimberly's, her ick and her red flag, to me are both like literally like who hurt you, sis. Like those are both like so that's something that seems very specific to people that have done things.
They're so 50-50. It's so hard.
I know.
Because, like I said, I can see both sides of where Kimberly is coming from.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
yeah.
as who I am and how like I process things, those aren't red.
Yeah,
like that's just who I am.
To me, it just seems like it's a situational.
If I went on a date and they wanted to compare everything I was doing to their ex, I would probably be a little turned off by it.
Comparing it, but she said
like,
talking.
But we're not comparing. She's talking about talk.
Yeah.
Listen, that's on first dates. That's all I do. I'm like, my ex wouldn't order that.
My ex did that. I don't know if I can handle you doing that.
I don't know if you can do that because it's too similar or too different than my ex.
Yeah.
Well, like me, like I don't talk about. I don't talk about my ex.
Oh yeah.
Like. Because to me, like, I don't live in the past.
Right. But you don't have kids with an ex, so
Yeah,
there's no reason that you...
Like, this is a fact. Like, I don't have kids.
Do you have, like, a significant ex that was, like, there for a really long time? Like,
are you friends with your exes?
No.
No?
See, I'm friends with them.
No.
Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of mine.
So, like, this was a full-blown conversation at the start of my relationship that I have now. Is, you know, I've had, like, I still... Because... Some of my exes still follow me on social media. I'm like, my social media is public.
Yeah,
so it don't matter if I'm friends with you or not. If you follow me, you're going to see my stuff. And she made it a whole thing. Like, one of my exes keeps liking my stuff. And she was like, I thought you deleted her. So I sent her a screenshot. Like a full-blown screenshot to where I have this friend request sitting in my request center. And I was like, I did. Yeah. But she right here. I was like, I can't control who follows me and who does not. Like,
if you have a digital creation, like for you, you do social media. If you do any type of social media presence, like I do everything public. So that's why I always joke when somebody deletes me and then they try to re-add me. I'm like, nah, I'm not re-adding you. You can see my stuff if you want to see it.
And like she'll sit there forever.
Yeah.
Because like to me, like my exes are my past. Yeah. And like I have a very colorful past.
Yeah.
So like I give kudos to my circle.
Yeah.
To where, like, you know, I got Mason, I got Barlow, I got Chad, I got Mac, I got Rob.
Yeah.
Like, they all built me to who I am today. Because without them, I wouldn't be who I am.
Yeah.
I would not be where I'm at.
Yeah, you got a close-knit friend group.
Yes,
and stuff,
because, like, when people say, like, they need that jump to get where they want to be at, you know, achieve their goals and stuff like that, but they say, like, I just don't know how to do it. Get you a fucking circle.
Yeah.
Get you a fucking circle.
Get you some friends that you can bounce ideas off of.
If you don't,
honestly.
The best thing. This is the best thing.
And if you don't have a circle, you ain't gonna do the stuff you want to do.
You have to have friends that'll hear your stupid ass ideas and then make a movie about spaghetti monsters.
Or a friend that says, "Listen, your spaghetti idea is stupid, and we shouldn't be doing spaghetti."
And like
spaghetti idea is ridiculous. Let's do it anyways.
And true. Like I got blessed with the opportunity to where, like, you know, two of my best friends, one Mason, owns Timeless.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's a successful business owner.
Yeah.
My other one, Barlow. Barlow's Barbershop.
Yeah. He's been on the podcast. Yeah.
Like I got lucky about my circle, but at the same time, like all you need is that circle all you need is a little guidance.
Yeah.
If you're trying to become, get out of your ways, or if you feel like you're in a slump, get you a circle.
Yeah.
If you don't have that circle, you ain't getting out of that slump. Because you're trying to get out of that
Kim,
slump.
you're in our circle. We love you, and happy engagement with you and Jordan. They got engaged, so shout out to them for getting engaged.
Hey, good job in getting engaged.
Listen, I want you to know,
congratulations, you did it.
Kim, I want you to know, before I even commented on Jordan's thing about the joke, I already knew that he had the ring. And he was going to ask you, and so it made it funnier for me. And I realized that for you, you're probably pissed off at me at the time. I was literally trying to. I'm like, why don't you just let him do it in his time? Because like I knew he had the ring, so it's like my homie's going to do it.
But hey, he did it.
He did it. Y'all engaged now. That's your. You got a whole fiance.
She said yes, right?
Yeah, she said yes.
She just said no.
And then funny, she was like, "No, it'd have been hilarious."
Wait,
he put it on video.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
He went live and they did it on video, and he was like, "Will you marry me?" And she was like, "I just don't think I'm ready." After all that, I would have lost my fucking mind. Cam, you missed an opportunity. That would have been perfect.
Let's get to my boy Leonard's.
Oh yeah, Lenny Pig, man. He said,
let's get to my boy Leonard's.
People who are rude to the wait staff at restaurants, excessive vaping to make billowing clouds is practically begging for attention. And also, I think duck lift selfies are a sign of early dementia.
Okay, Leonard, you got me on the first part.
Yeah,
because I agree 100%. So my sister, as I've talked about before, Megan.
Yep.
She's a server at B-Dubs.
Yep.
So I've learned how to treat servers regardless.
My girl is a server at Fox's Trail.
Yes.
Shelby asked for.
And it's, I've learned, like, my table's always clean.
Yeah.
Like, I basically do half their job, but, like, if they take care of me...
Pre-bussing? Are you pre-bussing for them?
I'm pre.
You're pre-bussing.
Pre-bussing.
I heard that they don't like that.
My girl pre-busses every time.
I will always stack everything and put everything, like, organized where it goes. And then I saw something where...
But it doesn't affect their tip.
Right. Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah. I have never once heard that a waitress does not appreciate that, especially if they're busy and stuff like that.
Where did you see that, TikTok?
It was it was like a thread of people that were like talking about like things that you don't do at restaurants.
They're brilliant.
And one of them was like, I hate when people pile up their plates. Like, I will dump all the food on the top plate. And
if you don't know what you're doing, I can definitely see. It depends on how big the pile is.
Yeah.
Like my girl, luckily, like I said, my girl is a server and she's a waitress and she literally knows what she's doing. She knows the right way to do it. So I don't ever.
I've never been a server, but I've worked in like customer service. So like,
yeah. Anything that helps.
Right. And I'm not going to leave food and trash all
over
the table.
What about the excessive vaping thing? What about excessive vaping thing? What about the excessive vaping thing? What about the...
That's dumb.
There she is right there.
That's dumb.
Let's see a cloud.
Like...
Give us a cloud.
No.
Oh!
like, my thing is, like, if they don't allow smoking, don't vape.
Yeah. I wouldn't allow smoking in my house, but I let her vape.
Yeah, like...
I'm cool. My girl vapes in here.
That's just who I am. Like, because one, there's food around. There's chemicals coming off this vape.
That's true.
I'm gonna vape all over that.
Like if you can vape all over all.
You're a rapist.
Yeah.
Put your smoke on my meat. I don't care. Like
I'm helping you smoke it.
Do you need an assistant? It's
Look, I also smoke my meat.
But let's get on Leonard's duck selfies.
Yeah, the duck selfies is crazy.
Leonard, fuck you.
You like duck selfies?
I love duck selfies. So,
I can't.
No. Hey,
the guy who likes to cook all the foods.
Leonard, if you got an issue with duck selfies, go ahead and contact Bobby Emmons. Yeah. Go ahead and contact Bobby Emmons. And you guys can talk about these duck selfies.
Yeah.
Bobby Emmons, who is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
At Nice Guys Submission Fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Dude is a nationally known guy.
Yeah.
Can drink, eat whatever he wants, and he still has better abs than me.
Yeah. And he's a duck selfie guy?
And he is a duck selfie guy. So if you got an issue, that is the man you need to contact, Leonard. I love your comic books. I love everything you do, Leonard. You've sold me numerous comic books. Been at my house.
Yeah.
Leonard's been in my house.
Been in my house, too.
Good dude. Love the dude.
Friend of the cast.
Get your priorities right, man.
Yeah, get those duck lips. Actually, the good news is if you don't like them, just send, we're not single, but you can just send them away to somebody that is single that loves the duck selfies, That might be
all I'm saying,
I can't do them.
No, not for
my
you.
lips are too big.
You do have big lips, so.
If I do them, I look stupid.
Maybe that's why he don't like them.
Hang on, let me see that clip. Is that it?
That's a good.
I don't know how to do it.
That's a butthole. That's a butthole.
Hey,
And we tried to do it when we went camping. Me and Shelby tried to do it, and I was like, I can't do duck selfies.
No,
so that was what that picture was.
All you gotta do is pucker.
Yeah, that's what I do all the time.
Oh, let me see. Okay, that's done. Let's not do that again.
Right?
Show the camera. Show the camera.
No.
Show the camera.
Show the camera.
No.
Cortni, I swear to dear baby Jesus himself.
Okay.
Show the camera.
Here's mine. Let's see yours. There you go.
Thanks, Mike.
Come on. You want to do it at the same time? We'll do it at the same time.
Okay, all of us.
Yeah.
Let's do it. One. Well, look at this camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Lenny. He's like, I hate this podcast so much. We got one more on here. Let's do this last one here. We can get off this subject here. How they treat others and animals. If it's not kind, no thank you. That's basic.
So,
Yeah.
That's pretty basic, Jessica.
So
I get it.
I see this on both perspectives.
You gotta be
So,
mean
like-
to animals?
No, not like.
I don't know. I smacked Pepe that one time.
I know, that was wild.
So,
She tried to eat my sandwich.
I thought Matt was going to break it with you.
Me too. I was so scared because it was like one of those. Like I have kids.
I have a pit bull and a mountain dog. Mm-hmm. And my
What's
pit
a
bull,
mountain dog?
Well, this one's he's weird. He's weird. He's actually a mountain dog beagle mix.
Yeah.
So his legs are like this long, but his body does not match it. He's a very small dog, but his legs are this long.
Yeah.
But like, if my pit bull gets aggressive with him, I pop my pit bull.
Yeah.
Like just a simple pop.
Yeah.
Like not like I'm not throwing elbows.
Yeah.
Well, like
Like,
if
I
my
could.
kids go to grab something, I will smack their hands.
Yeah.
Pepe went to grab my sandwich, so I smacked her on the head, and I was like, "Shit, I can't do that."
but you should be allowed to, because like me, like if my pit bull is going to get aggressive over my mountain dog's food, like it's my mountain dog's food. But if my pit bull is going to get aggressive, like no, I'm going to put her in her place.
Yeah.
Because
That
like
makes sense.
she needs to know that's not her food. And like there's been a time, I can't remember.
You're not going to gentle parent your dogs.
No,
No.
100% not.
I don't think that's being mean though. If they're well treated, you're just disciplining them.
Like I don't care what nobody thinks. Like if you feel like this is an issue, come fix my dog.
Yeah.
I want you to have a conversation with my dog, and I want you to, I want my dog to understand the concept.
You have to correct the behaviors.
Exactly. If hey, please stop.
Please stop it. No, sir, this is not yours.
Hey, boo boo, we don't do that. No, my dog is going to get
Just a little boopy. Stop it.
my dog is going to get a full blown pop to the thigh.
Yeah.
Every single time. I don't care.
Spray bottle.
Spray bottles don't work because she likes water.
Caesar. She loves it. She's like,
I found out my dog likes vinegar. My dog likes just anything you put in her mouth.
This is why I'm not a pet owner.
She's weird.
yeah.
I can't poop my snake.
Did you have a snake? Yeah, I was going to say. You have a snake still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a snake?
Yeah.
What kind?
It's a corn snake.
Is it albino?
No, it's a milk snake.
Is it albino?
It's a milk snake.
But it's not albino.
It's not albino.
It's not cool.
It's the red. It's the one that looks like the poisonous
no,
one.
this conversation's already over. It's
I'm
not
sorry,
albino.
my milk snake.
No, this conversation's already over. It's not albino.
I'll talk to you about your milk snake.
Can we talk to you about my milk snake?
Breast milk or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys see the recent talk about, about the other 98% of milk? What the fuck is the other 98% of milk if it's only 2% fat? Wait till you get 100% fat. That's what that's
Have you
the
guys
government's
ever-
keeping that from us.
Matt said he wanted to get me pregnant so I could, so he could have my breast milk.
Hey,
Nice.
have you ever had pasteurized milk
Yeah.
or goat milk?
Non-pasteurized or pasteurized?
Pasteurized.
I think isn't that the store one's pasteurized?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's non-pasteurized.
No,
Just
like a whole pasteurized,
like raw milk.
like raw.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
unpasteurized
Like-
milk.
oh,
The
so
pasture.
it's on-
Yeah.
so it's
It'd
on?
be unpasteurized.
Okay, so I'm
and
dumb.
pasteurized
Don't listen
No,
to
means
me.
you're
it's-
okay.
I'm dumb.
It's okay because it gets very confusing because I think the milk that you get in store is pasteurized because they have to get all the
They put
stuff
it through
out
the
of it.
filters and stuff. The
Yeah.
unpasteurized. I don't think
Yeah,
we're supposed to drink
Unpasteurized
it.
Like
raw
raw
milk.
milk.
I don't think we're supposed to drink that
Yeah, you
in
can.
large
I don't
amounts.
care.
Listen,
I don't care.
America.
I don't care.
This is America.
I'm
man.
thug.
Did you know we're all technically lactose intolerant?
I know.
I'm literally lactose intolerant. Like I
Yeah,
don't care.
and
We're all
everybody
allergic to
is.
chlorine.
I
with
put
pools.
cheese in this. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Yeah, put more cheese.
But have you guys ever had goat milk?
I have. It's
I
very
don't.
good.
Goat
have
milk
not.
is delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever had breast milk?
Yes. What?
And was that
Huh?
breastfed?
What? Yes.
No.
What?
I don't think so.
Huh? What? I've had multiple versions of breast milk. That's so funny.
Are you bringing bottles?
I didn't bring any.
I actually have some in my freezer. It's frozen right now.
Yeah.
If you guys want some breast milk, I'll get it out there.
Go get it out.
I don't think it's any good anymore.
It's probably not. I threw all through them.
I thought somebody makes breast milk for rings. Like makes
They make
rings.
breast milk rings. They make breast milk like necklaces and stuff. They just put the breast milk in like resin.
Yeah. I'm going to do that for my girl, I think, for Christmas. I thought about doing it. I was like, hey, can you do this?
Oh, that's weird.
Why?
I don't know.
She breastfed. It was a pretty big. That's an achievement, I feel like.
I did it for 2 years.
Yeah. I know you did. You did. That was a baller. Nathaniel was breastfed for like 18 months, and then the baby was like 6.
I can only see it. She breastfeeds for 2 years, and then 2 years later, the kid's taller than her.
Yeah, I know. It's like
That's why he's like thick.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
He's a lineman.
He hit all of it.
New England Patriots signed this kid.
We're about to hit 2 hours. We gotta wrap this up. I gotta get this going. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I really do. I'm gonna eat this, so that's like one of the reasons. Also,
Yes.
I want to get some food in me. I don't want to do it until after I get off the podcast.
No,
but
you have to eat it now.
I gotta eat one right now.
Yeah.
I've
I've been looking at this one.
There we go. Ooh, take the toothpick out.
Take your toothpick out.
Take your toothpick out.
Then you use your toothpick to get it out of your teeth. I can't get it.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it amazing?
That's really
Best
good.
day ever.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shop.
I think the first person to bring food to the podcast.
Everybody should bring food to the podcast from now on. That's a requirement.
If you're on the podcast, you gotta bring food. Thank you. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. The Kokomo Press Podcast. Very special guest, Joe Casteel. Casteel, right? Did I say it right?
Yes.
That's a very cool last name.
Shockingly.
Almost sounds like your son's name, Casteel. Courtney, who's eating. I'm Jordan Granger. We love you guys.
Bye.
We'll see you next week.
And don't forget, don't be hesitant to put my meat in your mouth.
Yeah, never. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.